Exactly. Oh.
Old age gets to all of us.
Mispronunciation is common in the younger, so enunciate those consonants, my friend.
I'm not a voice actor. I don't need to enunciate.
You mean you don't like mumble rap?
So you want to hear something amazing? So on Thursday and Friday is the first time I'm finally going to be able to be on set as a background actor.
What show?
I was about to say, guess what show?
Hey, wait, I've got to acknowledge, this has never happened. The very first time Lord Gazumba has been the first chat in our chat. Jay was first. What? I didn't see that. Yeah, so Moose, Jeff was second, and then, of course, Amanda third. But congrats, Jay, your first Greyhawk Awakening, #1. Sorry, go ahead, Josh, continue.
So, Becca, think of
Harry Potter.
I think it was on Nickelodeon. It was a Nickelodeon show that we watched in our years of age when you would watch Nickelodeon.
The Ooze Game. Oh,
Nope, that was before our time a little bit.
oh, sorry, that was mine.
Yeah.
Is it SpongeBob? Is that even still airing?
No,
There is so much ageism on this stream now.
I'm going to be a background actor.
Nickelodeon, right?
Is it
Yeah.
iCarly?
Yes, it is.
I fucking knew it.
We are live on audio, Hob.
I
I
freaking knew it.
knew it.
I
I
freaking
knew
knew it.
it. Can you scream "get it" in the background?
Hey, Josh, that was not my time.
Yeah, it was.
Was
Yeah,
it
it definitely was.
It was your time, whether you watched it or not.
Okay.
That's
Good
not
show.
on me.
It was definitely your time because I remember not liking that show when it came out.
Bro, how old are y'all?
Both Raja and I are 20 Greyhawks.
Yeah, good number. It's a good
yeah.
year.
Is that like second
I
breakfast?
love that you got it first, Hob.
It's like second
Of
breakfast.
course.
Yeah,
Because it
so
was
I'm
prime
gonna be on iCarly season 3 or whatever they're doing.
All right,
now.
let's watch our Anna B. Meyer map.
Adult iCarly. Congratulations, Josh. That's such a big thing.
It's
Right.
wild.
That is really cool. Congrats,
That's a
Josh.
big deal, dude.
That's awesome,
They haven't
dude.
had me sign an NDA yet, so
But you can
Oh.
still say that.
yeah. So I can
Yeah,
still say it.
even saying that is cool.
You walk
Don't,
in tomorrow, they're like,
I mean,
Too late,
I had
man.
to sign an NDA for my job. Is that cool?
Yeah, super cool. Tell us what you're not supposed to.
Well, you see,
we work with electricity.
Oh, dumb. Also, I had some crazy dreams with Hob and them this week.
Aw, gross. Don't do that.
Wait, what'd you say? What? Oh, no. No,
Let me
please
tell
don't say
you
that.
graphic detail of what happened.
Yeah, go ahead. Was I just like in the background going, "Gah, gah"?
Yeah, you were sitting on a branch, just
Full squat.
Oh, Josh, that's gorgeous. Good save.
Wow.
Hey.
Beautiful.
The glorious map of Anna B. Maya. Happy birthday, Tracy. If you're on,
Happy birthday, Tracy.
I am Devine.
Oh, my mom's listening again. Just signed the Blue Dogs. What is this about iCarly? Yeah, Mom.
Let's go, Mom.
I get to be a background
Mom,
actor.
Mom.
It's supposed to
Technically,
help
you
her
can take
first.
credit for this because you birthed him. Therefore, your success as well.
No, of course.
Also, Hob, stay away from my mom. With your username.
Stop looking at my moms. My moms.
That's my
Leave,
mom.
Leave my mom alone.
Does anyone know what that comes from?
Nope.
No.
It's old.
No, it's not. It's quite new. It's like 5 years ago, Astro played on The Voice. He was this young rapper, and he had a rap. He did, "Stop looking at my moms, and he was like 14 years old in 2019.
Wow.
And it was a super fun thing he did on one of those singing shows. So anyway,
Yeah, man.
was doing other
2019 was
stuff.
so long ago. That's old.
Yeah.
yeah.
19. Yeah, that's a fact.
All right, I hate you all. This stream is over. Good night.
hey, Hey, John.
Yes.
It's okay. I talked with my coworker today, and it turns out I'm the exact same age as his eldest daughter. And I was like, oh, okay, this is fine. This is
This is
Be
fine.
my dad. You're not like the exact age of my dad. It's fine. So.
Yep.
That's okay. All right. I am not taking heart from that. No, that's not great. I have to go set off one more camera here to because Rizia won't be with us tonight. So give me 1 second. You guys keep the audience entertained as we go back to our
snowing.
stream.
Oh,
Snow.
kill
Snowing.
Rizia 'cause she's not
Christmas.
here.
Oh,
That's
man,
really what
Is it really?
we ran into. Yeah.
it's
oh
pretty
yeah.
freaking cold out here.
We have like 8 inches.
It's
Yeah, you
80
do.
degrees outside right now.
It's been snowing for the last 2 days straight.
Wow.
Yeah, it's
It's
freaking.
beautiful, and it's Christmas. And Friday, I started listening to Christmas music.
It's 52
summertime.
degrees right now, and I'm dying. It's so cold.
How is it 52 degrees in LA, but it's like 81 here right now?
Because humidity.
I hate this equator. I want it to die. Hurry up
That's
and
why you're
pass.
just gonna move out here.
Yeah, with what money, bro? I have none.
I already told you.
Zero.
Once I get rich and famous from iCarly,
Yeah, that's right.
like, yeah,
They're gonna sit there like rolling back the footage. They're gonna stop. Wait.
Yeah.
Enhance.
you see that ear?
Batman
You see
right
that
there.
ear in the back right corner that you can't even see? That's him. That's
That's
my
our
boy.
ear model right there.
I'm actually gonna go get a haircut after this because I'm like, I need to
Your
look
hair's already beautiful.
presentable for
Your hair's-
whatever the main actor's name is again that I keep forgetting.
iCarly.
Yeah, but I can't remember the actor's name.
Megan something. I almost said Megan Trainor, and that's not her.
I love Megan Trainor.
Not a clue.
Megan Trainor, she's like all about that bass, and then
Okay.
the iCarly girl is
Oh.
like, "It's raining sunshine."
Oh, I
that-
know iCarly. Unfortunately.
What is
No offense, Josh.
Oh,
It's
Miranda
okay.
Cosgrove. Got
I'll
it.
watch the episode
Got
you're in
Yeah.
just to support you, but
Me
Megan,
too.
close. No, don't. I don't.
and then
No,
I'll
I know
screenshot
that.
it
I
and
know
I'll
that.
make a lot of memes of it.
Yeah, it's just the tiny
it.
little like hand as I'm walking somewhere.
You're the one that hands in the
famous.
prop.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
with your
Seriously,
hand-
I'm the one that actually spills punch on
It's
someone.
okay. You're gonna do so great. You're gonna be the new Freddy. They're gonna kick the
Mhm.
old Freddy out. You're gonna be the new Freddy, and you're gonna be Miranda Cosgrove's like love interest. It's gonna go great.
Hey,
Oh,
she's
Freddie.
very
I was like-
boring.
See, I didn't even remember that. I was like, because my mind went straight to Gibby.
That's how you know it was her
Oh,
Oh, that
era.
would be fantastic.
That's
You're
who I
gonna be
was
running
at that
around
time.
ripping your shirt off.
I got
Everybody loves Gibby.
I got called Gibby in middle school because of that show. And
Oh.
then Gibby, and I'm like, hi,
It's not very fun.
it's just me, and they're like, you're fat. I was like,
You see, Josh, this is how you know it was during her time because she
Because she
knows
knew
them intimately
She knew
it's
it.
because I have a younger sister who.
yeah,
Wow.
sure, totally.
by like
I
2
love that Carly.
years.
How old are you again, Becky?
Becky. She fucking leaves.
Yeah,
I will
leave.
stab
Leave the
you
Zoom.
in the neck with a spork at the next D&D con. I'm letting
Please
you
do
know.
it.
Prison
You-
style.
yeah, do it to me at BBC.
BBC.
By the way, did you see the
BBC.
dates are out for that?
No,
Everyone, dates are out
but
for that.
I'll
Hob-
see if I go.
Hob-
Yeah, that's actually like you should probably say that because then everyone else actually watching us right now who we're
How about you?
entertaining.
Yeah, how about you guys actually show up? How about you
What-
guys
what if-
actually come?
What are the stream?
Dang it.
The,
we're
not the
planning on
stream, but-
driving.
What's the
I have to go to the bathroom now.
the dates?
be there yet.
19th, right?
The 19th through the 21st.
I'm sorry. Carry on without me.
Hello, Mad Chatters.
This.
I need to go to the bathroom so badly now.
All right, go ahead.
Okay,
You got time.
bye. Leave.
I got to set up the view. Sorry, we're running a bit late. We had a one player that couldn't make it, and then a couple of little tweaks to make. So we'll be ready in just a moment.
Anyway,
Just so everyone knows, this pumpkin cheesecake is bomb.
you have pumpkin cheesecake, and I have
Yes.
none.
I have lots of pumpkin
That's
cheesecake.
it's really good. Hey, when do we start eating that, by the way? Is that what's in the back of the fridge?
Yeah, I've been eating it. You guys are welcome to eat it. I've been eating
Heck
it.
yeah, I'm coming.
That's what's in the square jar, right?
I'm eating it now. It's on my meal plan for today. I get pumpkin cheesecake.
Oh, I need to meal plan, but I work all the time now.
So do
one
I.
of my days off is specifically to do this, to work on art and play this game.
Well, thank you for making us a priority.
Hey man, when I got this job, I was like, listen, I can't do Tuesdays. They're like, are you sure? And I was like, I cannot do Tuesdays. Sorry. It's my D&D day.
Well
You're like,
played.
wow, nerd.
Yeah, even though it's
The
not
best
really
kind of nerd,
day. The one who gives up their personal life. Yeah, the best kind.
What's a personal life?
I don't know. Keep hearing
It's
about
that imaginary place that you get to go when you retire.
Okay, Mad Chatters, we'll be kicking off the video in a moment, so let me go ahead and quickly give you a what happened last time. I'll do this via... Oh, thank you so much. Folks already popping in, and the starting count, thank you, Manda, for that. And I know Manda's going to be in and out tonight. You see the new follower goal up. We're well over 2,000 now. We're looking for 2,250 as our next goal by the end of the year. And I think we're going to hit that. And we are seeing a lot of good growth. So thank you to all of you. Josh is exemplifying for all players the importance of urinating before the stream. He's chosen to do it during the stream today, which is okay, but we still love him. A little bit. They can't see you yet, but that was cool. Pumpkin pancakes. Nice.
Yeah, I didn't realize I was able to be eaten yet, so I have not touched that.
I definitely gave you a slice of it like a couple days ago, so I don't want to hear about it. I say that with love, though. Go get a slice.
No, I'm not like Josh.
Skylar, I'll text Skylar to bring you a slice.
No.
Too late.
He's got to do other stuff.
He's not doing anything right now. He's
I
sitting
hope
on
he
his
is.
phone.
Probably, but he's probably sitting on his phone watching us. Tell him. Say that.
Come on,
he's-
Skylar, make us supper. Do the dishes. Do your chores.
Good momming.
Love you.
All right, we're going to go ahead and go live for video. We'll wait for Josh to come back. And here we go in 3, 2, and... Wait, hold on. Let me do it this way. This is more fun. 3, 2, and 1. All right, welcome everyone to Blue Box Greyhawk Awakening Book 2. This is episode 39 and 96. We are 4 episodes away from our 100th. We'll have a celebration for that as well. We have over 30 people already watching the stream tonight. Thank you so much for joining us. I know we're a bit behind today, but we had some personnel issues and a couple of little minor technical issues, nothing major. But we're so glad you're with us tonight, and we're going to have a fun time. So as we're waiting for Josh to get back, let's go ahead and do player intros, and then we'll do what happened last time, and we'll jump right into the game. Let's start with you tonight, Hob. Tell us about Rowan.
She's tall, she's blonde, she's got issues. Too many to count. I wasn't here for last session, so I don't really remember exactly what she's doing or where she is right now.
Right. No, just tell her about her.
She is I think a level 3 fighter and a level 2 or 3 barbarian. I think she's like level 6 in total. She's a lycanthrope, and she has probably one of the best swords that I've only just started to use. I've had since this whole campaign. It has like a plus 11 to hit, and I've only just started to use it.
Okay, so these things hit me, and I'm sorry, it's just how my mind works. I am not at all poking fun. I love this. Do you know what a malapropism is? So
Excuse me?
no, I'm not being inappropriate. So malappropriate, like when you say one thing and you mean another, like, so you said a word a moment ago, which it tricked. So the phrase, the word is lycanthrope, thrope, but you said lycanthrope. Yeah. That made me think a trope is a common sort of turn of phrase, which is a bit of a pun, a I think we could have a whole class of monsters that are called lycanthropes. That is awesome. There you go.
Big brain.
Big braining it. Lycanthropes. Yes. All right, let's go to you.
So fun,
Roy, tell us about Anaho.
Yeah, Naho is a short 2'11", level 7, level 6. Level 6, waiting to be level 7. Our Slayer, he is a halfling and can be quite sneaky and doesn't like ice women. They got a bit of a cold shoulder to them.
But Valfino does.
Yeah,
let's go to Val.
So Val is a half-elf rogue, level 5. He likes his ladies. He loves his friends. He's a flirt and will do anything he can to get money. And that's basically Val in a nutshell.
All right, Rasmus.
Hello, I'm Joshua Blake, and I play Erasmus, the 6th level Inquisitor, soon to be 7th at some point within the next year. He has a venom-like black right arm, and he is very tired, and as of very recently, has fallen unconscious outside of the gates of some place that I remember I have in my notes of Last Chance, Citadel of Last Chance. Haha. That's all I got.
All right. So yeah, the chat's awesome already. I have not getting very little sleep. That's right. Lycantropes, when bards get turned and the bad puns get great. Exactly. That is Blue Box in a nutshell.
You know, the only reason why I said lycanthrope is because I've been corrected by so many people. Like, it's not lycanthrope, it's lycanthrope. So that's why I say it like that, lycanthrope, even though it's lycanthrope, right?
Yes.
People too.
Someone, if I'm wrong, someone tell me I'm wrong. I mean, I would love to know where I'm wrong, but no, it's lycanthrope. That's how it's spelled. All right.
It's the weirdest thing.
But actually, lycanthrope is very fun. So I think there could be some fan art around. All right. So last time.
Thank you, Taryn. Sorry, real quick. Just saying.
Oh yes, thank you, Taryn. All right. So last time, the party inside the ancient temple of illumination, uncovering the pile of gold. Rizzy, of course, making the very difficult choice. She selected the axe. The axe of gold proved to be gold indeed. Yes, which gold? All that glitters. It was powerful. Proved to be a sentient axe, although somewhat stodgy, ancient in its thinking, and missing 3 slots along its haft, one of which had been found, and Valfino proffered that, which the axe was very anxious to receive. Having had 3 of these gems in it previously, this was the last gem that it had. The other 2 had been prized out, and it cited that gem as having been taken from it as it was pulled into this tomb. After that, the party made their way out through a back area and found themselves on a cliff overlooking the deepest possible multi-thousand-foot drop off the edge of the Rakers, overlooking the western shores of the Floness, rather. And they made their way along that very narrow ledge, Rasmus trying his best to pull the party down over the edge, but they managed to survive. Actually, Hob, it was Rowan that saved Rasmus, not once, but twice, from falling over the edge. And then, making your way out, you found this strange ice maiden, who was it her that initially was drawn to Valfino? Or was it Valfino who swaggered up with this obnoxious bravado and called her attention to him, whichever it was. She was enamored. And after a bit of parley, it was Anaho that pulled the crossbow bolt and struck off the combat, and the Ice Maiden snatched Valfino under one icy strong arm and running through the snow, carried him away like a bride past the altar. And Valfino was actually somewhat cooperative at first, but then became briefly concerned. The party... Did you snort? The party rescued Valfino. There was several great moments of combat. Really, it was Rizia, who's not with us tonight. Her daughter's at a basketball game, so Vivi will be back with us next week, but we will be rooting for her daughter tonight. They rescued Valfino. After this, they traveled toward Last Chance. Last Chance, of course, cited by the monk. I'll give 500 XP to any PC without looking. Everyone's eyes on me. Everyone's eyes up. Any PC who can name the monk. No, Josh, the monk who talked to you. The monk meditating in the ice. I gave you his name like 7 times now.
The one that healed Rizia?
Yeah, and he gave you the questions and the answers.
Yeah, Adoram.
Boom! 500 XP for Rasmus.
Yeah, I was like, I thought it was someone past that point.
No.
Like, I don't remember that.
Mark that down. 500 XP. I love that when my players remember. All right, so he gave you these instructions. Now you find yourselves, as you walk through the initial portcullis of Last Chance, Rasmus has been increasingly growing weak.
Yeah, I'm going to need that XP because this boy's out.
He stumbled. He failed. And for your benefit, Rowan, I'm going to go back just a bit here. So let me click over. So this is, if you're looking at your screen, you should have the link for the OBS Ninja so you can see this live. So this is Last Chance. It sits atop the snowy rakers. You are close to the very top peak. This outpost contained ancient stone walls covered with ice. Guards stood atop, called down. It was only through the incredible roleplay and really kind of begging of the party that you were able to pass through the portcullis and enter in. You saw on either side there was, whoops, sorry, went too far. Let me pull back. Woo, scaring everybody. You saw a guard outpost here between, essentially it was a secondary curtain wall and the initial portcullis. As you passed through, Rasmus collapsed unconscious. Rizia scooped him up in her arms. And now, as we begin tonight, you are on the other side of this wall. The outpost of Last Chance, as I described a moment ago, stands in the highest peaks of the Rakers. There is a stillness and a quiet with the wind blowing and the sense of almost a permanence, a sense that this place has existed for close to eternity.
I'm going to immediately go over to Rasmus and just check on him. He is still passed out, right?
Yeah. He's clutched in Rizia's arms. She looks up at you with concern.
Oh, I forgot that she had him.
Mm-hmm.
We're going inside, right?
Correct. Yep.
Of what?
So
You, but not yet.
Way too soon, Josh. Way too soon.
That's for later.
and immediately around us, do we see? Are the guards still here? Or are they just back at
The guard. So you saw 2 sets of guards. The guards were, when you walked through the post, there were guards here on the inside, and then secondary guards past the second wall. Both portcullises were pulled up. Now you're on the inside, so there are no further guards. You do see a burly man. Looks like he's about 6.5 feet tall, clad in heavy furs, and he's walking over, kind of sauntering, no rush. So you have time to do whatever you would like to do.
Then I'll go to him, being that's the one person that seems familiar to this area.
Val will follow Anaho, and when they get up to this large man. We'll kind of size him up. Just trying to see what he looks like and if looks like he has anything valuable on him.
Well, it's tough to tell. He's 6.5 feet tall. He's got swarthy skin, broad shoulders. The furs cover most of his form. You see there's a large blade at his hip. If he has pouches with gold, they are well concealed. As you approach him, he breaks out in a wide smile, gleaming teeth through his sort of olive-colored skin. What are you doing, Rowan?
I think Rowan is just watching them. I mean, the only thing that Rowan would do is just kind of, does Rasmus look like really, really rough, or?
Yeah, like you saw him. He was pale. He struggled up the slopes, and then he passed out, fell to the ground, mumbled, said something about Mila, and then passed out.
I think she thinks about thinking about everything and just kind of looking at him. Does his face look peaceful at this, point of rest?
So I have an answer, but I would rather Josh give it. I think I know the answer, but Josh, as she walks over, you're unconscious, but tell us what she sees on your face.
You would see Rasmus's, he's usually pale, more like Irish pale, not like albino pale, but right now he looks more weary than anything, like sunken eye sockets, tight jowls. You can easily see the jawbone or his cheekbones as he tries to keep himself kind of pretty clean cut and close shaved. You see a little bit of stubble, but besides that, you see just the faint vein on the right side of the neck coming up with that black vein going down beneath the shirt, and his expression is pained. Not in pain, but pained.
Okay.
Rizia looks at you. I don't think he's well.
You don't frickin' say.
Yeah, right? She kind of looks up at her, raises an eyebrow and looks down at him. And she reaches down and she kind of brushes the bit of hair probably out from the part of his face. We're gonna get you well. Val, Anaho, make it quick.
As she said this, Anaho, the large man, walks towards you. Hi. Hey. Well, welcome. You are here at the last chance. You have been let through by the guards, so you must all be all right, yes?
Well, we are all right in the sense that we bring no harm, but we are not all right. We in fact need a place to go very quickly, a place to stay, warm up, a place to seek some help for our, and I'll point back to Rasmus, to our companion, our friend back there. He is in bad shape.
So, it seems as though for the first time he notices Rasmus being carried by Rizia. And and he says, "Oh, well, normally you warm in the tavern, but it seems perhaps he needs something stronger. Are you familiar with our wondrous hot springs here?"
We are not familiar with anything here. All we know is that for many of us, this is not only a place that you call the last chance, but it is our last chance as well. Any assistance you can give us would be very helpful.
His brow knits. His brow knits a bit. Oh, we will help. We always help. But what is it that you are facing that makes you feel like this is your last chance?
Can I roll a sense motive?
Sure.
It's a d20.
Mm-hmm.
He's a demon. He's a demon. Don't trust him. Kill him. Kill him.
So that's a 14,
On site.
and then I have a +9 on that.
So 23. You feel there is genuine concern, but not just for you, also for this place. So the questions he's asking, they are genuine, but he is also suspicious of newcomers and wondering what is being introduced to this place. He appears to have some sense of ownership or concern for Last Chance.
Val will kind of step in and just mention, like, we bring no ill will. We just need to rest before we can move on. We need help for our friend. We do not plan to stay here for long.
He raises two huge palms. You can, even with his heavy furs, you see muscles rippling beneath it. He says, "No one said there was any ill will. But if you need rest, we have the inns. If you need drink, we have the Last Chance. But perhaps it is the springs you need. They have healing powers. I am the castellan here. My name is Greyhawk. I will guide you here, but please obey our rules. We are in a dangerous place. The snow orcs, they cover these hills. They are searching for something. They are always fighting us." He kind of darts a glance over toward Rizia. "Clearly not snow orcs, but just please obey, and we will be your friends."
We do not have any issue with that, as long as you can tell us and help us understand what it is you expect. We will all comply with anything you ask, and if possible, aid you for what you are doing to help us. We understand these snorks, that orcs that you call them.
Snorks? Did you say snorks?
Snow
I think I love it. We have lycanthropes and snorks. I am learning so much from my party tonight.
that we speak of, we have encountered them as well. So if we can aid you, we do have some things that we need to find, and perhaps we can discuss those once we know that. And I'll again point back to Rasmus, that those who are in dire need have their aid.
Rowan's just like,
So
a little bit faster.
he nods and he says, "If then it is your agreement to follow our rules, I need all of your weapons. Place them on the ground, and they will be returned to you when you leave."
All of our weapons will be returned?
All of them. But they cannot be carried here.
Anaho will go ahead and take the lead, never being comfortable with parting with his weapons, but you'll see him place down the dagger of venom, the dagger of returning. I think I have the crossbow back. So, yep, I have that back, so I'll lay that down. And just all the weapons he has will just be placed in front of him.
How many do you have?
I have to look. I have at least 3.
All right. So,
and the ring.
you take the ring off? Ooh, that would be very honest of you. By the way, real quick, we got a raid from Troll Lord Games. Let's go, TLG. Our friends Chuck and Steven. By the way, we'll do announcements at the break, but on Sunday, we will be featuring the World of Aired with Troll Lord Games in our Tiers of Aired on Sunday. Thank you, Chuck. Thank you, Steven. Chuck had another bout recently with COVID, but he's feeling much better. And thank you so much to all our Troll Lord friends. So, ka-chunk, ka-chunk, ka-chunk. You throw these blades out with the ring?
In the ring, I roll it on my finger for a second, but again, thinking back to what Rizia has continually showed me about the ability to, what's needed and what's wanted right now is for Rasmus to be healed. And these guys are clearly not, maybe they could be fooled, but not easily. So the ring will come off. Please pay special attention to this. It is small and easily lost. And I'll lay it down.
You see Gruntalk's brow arches as you drop the ring. He looks at the others. Fantastic roleplay, Rasmus.
I know he's dead. I think upon hearing that, it's like, all weapons, like as soon as the mention of, you must give all weapons, Rowan's already taking off Rasmus's weapons and stuff first before her own. And I'm assuming that Rizia would like kind of be helping her, like holding him up so she can
does, yes.
Whatever straps. No, I'm not jostling him around. Rizia holds him upside down and shakes him. No. No, but like we're, gentle and like I think with like a bit of tenderness. Rowan, I think up to this point feels like a softness towards Rasmus, considering that he has been very kind to her. And at this point, now she is needed. Now it's time to reciprocate and tend to him. So she's more gentle with him, moving his head to the side and whatever, getting everything off. And then taking off her own weapons, which is just a couple of things. I think just the sword and like maybe a dagger or two.
Okay. Ka-chunk, ka-chunk, ka-chunk. More weapons being thrown in the pile. You, Falfino?
Val's watching all of this happen. His hand is on the hilt of his sword, and he has not moved.
Val, you better not give them a hard time. We don't have time for this.
Val looks over at her like, who the heck do you think you are?
She gives you the same look, like, are you for real right now? And she's going to motion over to Rasmus, who doesn't look great at all. And then she's going to hold up her hand. You made a promise.
Val mutters under his breath and gives gruff, but he takes off the belted sheath and kind of just takes his sword and holds it, caresses it, and lays it down, like, very gently, like, this is my baby. Like,
as you do this, you see the big man, he nods, and Rizia sighs. You see she pulls out her old axe. She pulls out a dagger, another dagger. Then she pulls out a stiletto from her boot. And then she takes if you've ever seen like the Road Warrior, the old Mad Max Road Warrior, he's putting all the weapons. That's my anachronism for tonight. Very much like this, as Rizia pulls the last one. As she lets go of the axe, you see the axe, the golden axe glimmers. It hovers a moment right beneath her hand. Even as she's let it go, it does not drop. And she looks with a glare of consternation, and she pushes it. And as she does, the axe falls to the ground.
Do we notice that?
Yeah, you all saw that.
Rowan's gonna kind of like move to see if, like kind of like to Rizia's side. You all right?
Yes, he's just, well, he's a bit cranky. He talks to me, and he's, he thinks he's human. He didn't want to leave my hand.
Well, I'm sure your boyfriend will be safe here.
When you say that, at first there's like a flash of irritation, and then a smile breaks out on her face. Those fangs in her canines bared. He does think he is.
With that, does Val hear this?
Oh yeah, you're all in earshot.
Val gets like this sullen, grumpy look on his face, and he just like crosses his arm, gets all moody, and like stands on one leg. I'm just like,
Rowan gives Rizia a playful wink, and then she like nods over, like, "Come on, let's get Rasmus better."
All right, so with that, Gruntuk, he follow me this way. I can show you to our springs. They have healing. Speak to Slensa. She will know the right herbs to place in the pond. And so he begins walking you across these ancient stones. You can see it looks like, I'll pull it up here on the screen for you as well. This place of last chance is battered, clearly has endured many attacks from both sides. It holds this precious spot here in the peaks of the Rakers where trade still can apply. You hear the tink, tink, tink of a smith's hammer off to your left. You can see what looks like a general store. You can smell baked goods. This is a very small village in and of itself, somehow surviving, eking out an existence here in the most inhospitable place perhaps anywhere to be found in the Flanness. There is clearly the prominent and most obvious structure, the tavern and inn here in Last Chance. Looms like a 2-3-story structure, its gables covered in deep blue ice. But there is steam rising, and an ever so slight as to not be offensive, a tinge of sulfur in the air. And you see a low building with a thatch roof, thick, covered many times over, to your immediate right, where Gruntuk seems to be leading you toward. And as he As he walks you over toward it, he says, "You just speak softly and listen to what she tells you. She will give you aid." And he walks you to a door. It's a wooden door, simple iron hinge. He clicks, opens it, smooth hinges, and immediately steam wafts out. You feel a sense of warmth that emanates from inside the building, and he motions with that big calloused hand.
Rowan will motion for Rizia to go in first with Rasmus.
Rizia nods, turns sideways so she can get Rasmus through the door, and disappears inside.
Naho follows.
Okay. All right. I'm assuming all of you are. Anyone doing anything different?
When Val goes through the door, he will kind of put his hand up on this guy's either back, shoulder, whatever he can reach, because this guy's tall, right? And just kind of pats as he walks by.
You pat him and he smiles at you. You are welcome here. Your weapons will be safe. He holds the bundle of them, looking a bit surprised at the quantity of blades that were carried in by the party. And in moments, you're inside something like you've never seen before. You walk through walls covered with strange light-colored wood. The scent that sort of roils up from the ground. It is at once pleasant and pungent. There's a warmth here that it emanates somewhere from the ground, and as you walk in, you see a slender woman. She looks over at you. She's clad in pale-colored robes, her hair long and flowing, almost light azure in hue, clearly dyed. Her skin somewhere betwixt pale and tan, sort of a middling color with piercing green eyes. As you walk in, you see there is a huge pool of water, squarish looking structure, and the water clearly has warmth that just emanates, steams up from it. And the woman looks at you as you walk in and says, "Welcome. You have need, clearly. Is one of you," and she looks over at Rasmus, "ill?"
I do believe all of us are affected, but him the most.
The waters, they are healing. All of you. But him first. What is his ailment? She walks over, her movements lithe, full of grace, gentleness. As she gets close, you can smell she is heavily scented with a perfume that smells of dark woods. And she looks at Rasmus. She places a hand, her eyes cut over to his strange and blackened arm. What is his ailment?
If nothing else,
really sure.
yes, if nothing else, it is the long travel that it has been here. But perhaps a more
Does it
of a
matter?
supernatural being.
Does it matter the specifics of his ailment? Can we not just, put him in?
She looks over at Rowan. Your query is most sound, but yes, indeed, it does matter. And you see, she opens her robe. At first, you feel like, whoa. But no, the robe has a robe within the robe. And she pulls it out. You see she has a series of vials that line the inside of the robe, from crimson to azure to jaundice to vermilion, all kinds of different colors with powders inside them. And she says, the ailment will then presume the necessary tincture.
I don't know exactly what ails him, but perhaps you should be sure to be mindful, but look at his arm. He is a little bit different than most of us. And I would not want that affected. As you said, some things could be affected.
She kind of arches a brow again. She puts a hand on the arm. She looks at her own hand. He has been touched. Here. And she pulls out a white powder and she sprinkles it across the waters. There's a sizzling as it touches the surface of these waters. And she steps back slowly. Again, her form sinuous, almost snake-like as she moves. And she waves a hand. All of you are welcome, but he will benefit the most. You cannot take your armor or your clothes. I will leave. And she turns.
Wait, before you go, this will not affect his touched, as you put it.
I don't understand what you ask.
All I know is that he has an ability, and I believe it's what you called him being touched. He has an ability that he is fond of. Well, this will not remove that from him, will it? Will it?
I cannot say. I don't understand what he has or what has touched him. But I can tell you, your friend is nigh unto death. You may choose this or not. All of you look weary. These waters are healing. They have been here for centuries. All who step in them receive healing, but some that need more, I use these tinctures. Your friend, whatever his gift, I pray he holds it. But I can do no more. Please.
And who is it that you pray to?
She smiles. Pelor guides me. He always has. Sometimes my means seem unconventional, but these waters have healed many. I believe they are blessed by Pelor. And she smiles, and with that she turns and she walks out. and she closes the door, leaving the 5 of you alone. As Rizia looks down, she sees Josh.
Rowan like closes his mouth.
By the time that this woman is left and Anaho's conversation is done, Val is completely in the nude. His clothes are piled in the corner, and he's just like standing
there was no hesitance. Val just
Jesus, Val. You couldn't have warned us.
Val drops
the water.
Yeah, Val drops completely, immediately, all of his the weapons. It was almost as though when Val's weapons were lost, he cared not about the remainder of his garments, and they lie.
Val definitely kept another weapon on him
In a pile of leather over in the corner.
I do believe we should probably ensure that Rasmus gets in. I don't know if this is limited. She did say him first, Val.
Val's already in the water. And he's like, "Here, hand him to me."
Hurry up. Let's get the Rasmus's armor off him.
Rizia says, "Yes, help me." And she starts pulling the plates of armor off and the leathers. Even she is very careful to touch that blackened arm. But she does. And in moments, Rasmus is stripped down to his barren, pallid skin. It's a striking contrast between his natural skin and this. It is a razor-sharp edge. It's not jagged. It's not a scar. It's a razor-sharp edge where his natural flesh ends and this ebony arm, not just ebony in the sense of darkness, but it actually absorbs light. Even the light of this room seems to just vanish inside this arm. But he just moans. And go ahead.
No, I moaned.
Oh, sorry.
That's so lifelike.
And when Anaho strips down again on his back, you just see this decorative but torturous tattoo that was placed there.
Mm-hmm.
Rizia looks very reluctant, but then you see she looks at her arm. She sees the deep scars across it. She looks at the bent of her knee, and with a humility that Valfino did not display, Rizia walks over to a corner. She doffs her armor and her garments. And you see her skin, a deep and brilliant green, where not covered by armors and not scarred. It's a brilliant and glowing color of skin, and she quickly submerges herself, almost self-consciously, beneath the water, where it comes up to her neck. And in moments, all of you are inside these waters. I can only describe it as the most exultant, luxurious experience any of you have ever felt. The moment you step inside these waters, the warmth, you can see it looks like there are 2 holes in the bottom of this pool, which a constant stream of warm water is coming out, and then you see vents on either side, where as it overflows, they spill out the other side. And this is clearly some sort of natural spring coming from deep inside the Raker Mountains that is feeding into this pool. As the warmth surrounds you, it is impossible not to. All of you lean back, and I'll let you roleplay this as you want. We'll talk about Rasmus in a moment, but it's almost irresistible to lean back and just luxuriate in these waters. After all of your travels, after all of the pain, after the constant strife, after the combat, the struggles, the climbing snowy slopes into the mountains where your lungs could barely harvest the smallest bits of oxygen, to sit in this place and smell the aroma and feel the warmth and heat. It just melts through your muscles and bones. Your hands running across the smooth stone, across the sides of this pool. All of it's almost disorienting and heady. Although none of you have had any real drink, it is almost as though you're immediately intoxicated by this. And we'll talk about Rasmus in a moment, but I'll let all of you roleplay.
For Anaho, Rizia is the only one that was here back in Real Astra. So she might pick up on it. But Anaho in Relastra was very hesitant and didn't want to go into the forget the name of it though, but there's a brothel where Liam was from. And so when both Rowan and Rizia Andres prepare themselves to enter the pool, he will actually avert his eyes purposely away from them, and then just take in the steam and the warmth, the contrast of such coldness, take in the warmth and just see healing in a different light than he's ever seen it before. Because even what he's received from Rasmus and others has still reminded him, although he's become accepting of it, reminded him of his past. And this just being such a contrast, a difference, an embrace, truly embrace around him of this healing.
Balthino? Sorry, go ahead, Rowan.
Oh, Val, go for it. I'll go last. Mine's a little longer.
Val, sensing that everyone isn't as comfortable in their in the
birthday
mood
suit
as he is, he kind of like he looks around and sees Anaho like avert his eyes and sees that Rowan like was uncomfortable and Rizia as well. Like he kind of tones it down a little bit, but he still, while he feels the calming and the healing come over him, as he lays back, he kind of just plays in the water and pushes himself from one side to the other like he's doing little laps. He's just enjoying and playing in the water.
All right, I like that. So let's go ahead and let's do this with him. And now he's, look at that. That's awesome. I love that.
I love the animations that you can kind of give them.
You know, exactly. So he kind of floats back on the water and kicks his feet. Rowan.
I think that Rowan would have been like the last person to get in. Like as everyone's undressing, Rowan notices Rizia being like the second to last to like fully undress, and she kind of goes to the corner. And Rowan, like, at first kind of takes everyone in. And then as she notices Rizia's bare back as she pulls armor and leather off, a slight blush crosses Rowan's cheeks. Less of, definitely different than what normally is there from her drunkenness. And she, like, turns for a moment and then begins to undress herself. And as they walk, I guess, along down to the steps, and everyone just kind of melts into this bath, this warm water. And Rowan, like, kind of, I think she's kind of like, towards like the far end corner, like either arm in the corner.
Okay. So opposite the rest of the group?
Huh?
Opposite the rest of the group?
Yeah, like literally right where she's at. Right.
Oh,
there's
okay.
perfect.
All right. Yeah. All right.
No, right where she was perfect.
Got it. Okay.
And she'll kind of look up, studying Rizia's form, I think better, more like her arm and the clavicle and everything on like her side, the ripples in her sides. And Rowan says, you know, it's kind of funny how flawless your skin is. And she'll kind of like turn, considering just how much of a fierce warrior you are. And she'll kind of like turn to look at her, but not fully look at her.
Gosh, I wish Vivi was here right now. I would really like her to roleplay this. I'm gonna
hot tub time machine.
Rizia glances over. Thank you. Just the places that have not been sliced, bitten, cut, beaten. I don't know what a blush looks like on green skin, but yeah, you see it, and she kind of sinks down further in the water.
They both kind of like And just kind of like Rowan like desperately looks around for someone else to make eye contact with.
At that moment, Val's coming over and he sees, like, he senses that the women are there, so he flips over so just his butt is sticking out instead of his number.
Oh, God. That
So
famous
you
ass
see,
of his.
Val's butt going past you guys in the water.
Rasmus, as he hits the water,
As he's slowly sinking in the water,
he's like,
you just see the bubbles.
Gargling.
as the discussion, the flirtation is happening, Rasmus just slowly floats out.
Pulls him up.
No. You see, he hits the water, and after a few moments, he floats. This water, whatever's in it clearly has a buoyancy to it. And as he's floating atop the surface, you see suddenly and his back arches. And you see that vein he described, it begins to grow and spider across his face. And Josh, you and I talked. I'll let you describe what they see next.
So what you would see from the bare chest of him, and maybe it wasn't paid attention to as much, but when he was dropped in the water, you see is that black vein is not only up to his neck, but it's across his chest in different veins and different streams, as if the black where it was described in that straight line where it was cut off has almost winded its way over to above his heart, where you just see the black is directly over top of where his heart should or could be. And it's just stopped there. Instead of proceeding more to the left or to the right or down, it has just moved from shoulder across chest right over top of that left rib cage.
Is it covering the heart area, or is it like around, leaving an empty spot?
Covering.
Equivalent to like the way that, say, blood poisoning would move? Seeking the veins moving into the heart?
Yes.
What, are you convulsing? Are you just calm?
He's just calm. He's the same way he's been this whole time. He like coughs for a moment as he's pulled up above the waters by Rowan once again, keeping him from drowning. But you just hear that. And then he goes back to his just quiet breathing, still just the weak inhale and exhale.
Rasmus, can you hear us? Are you awake? No. I'll give a light tap on his, not to like jerk his neck, but a light tap on his cheek. Rasmus, are you awake now?
You tap him, and as he floats, you just see these strange black veins spider across his face, as he already mentioned, toward his chest, now going across his abdomen.
Not so worried, oddly enough, about all the other areas, but being familiar with poisons, not comfortable with it being above his heart. Rasmus, I don't know what's going on with you, but you better wake up right now, and my hand will move on top of his heart and like touch down. I know what I saw happen to that lady. I've never touched him before, but I'm going to put my hand like on the heart. Like, you better wake up right now.
I was like, make that roll, John.
Go ahead.
Was it a good roll? Would it
Just go ahead. You go ahead. I'll.
Okay. As you put your hand over top of the heart, you would feel it as a faint pulse, but in the same moment, when you would feel almost like a wave going from the right side to the left, and then a little bit of a growth underneath your hand. It's just subtle enough that you can feel it via not see it because of the black. It's hard to tell the distinguishing kind of rise and fall. But once it rises under your hand, then you feel the heartbeat underneath your fingers. And then again, there's no heartbeat, and then the wave. And then the heart beats again.
So all the rest of you are here. Anyone can act. Valfino, your butt has been properly admired, but now it seems there are more.
You know, I think Rowan. I mean, because Rowan was the one that kind of pulled him up out of the water because he was like down into the spring. So she's probably like holding on to him as well, and kind of just maybe even saying his name like Rasmus, wake up, come on.
Val will come on over, and he doesn't have any magical skills, but Val has done some training in heal, and kind of trying to see what he can see. So maybe a perception check and then a heal check, see what Val can do to maybe help in this scenario.
Yeah, so I would say go ahead and make a heal check first.
And then I have a question.
Yes.
Because I know that like since
28.
Rowan and Rasmus, 28? Wow.
I got an 18 and I have a plus 10 in heal.
Nice. All right, go ahead, Rowan.
So since Rowan and Rasmus have met, there's been this weird like energy vibe, thing that's been happening
And
between
they're
them.
both boys.
And they're both boys. What do I still feel that? Like, how has that vibe been? Like, I'm like all up on him, holding him while this is happening. Do I feel anything?
Josh?
That's a beyond my pay grade, John. I don't know. You were the one that introduced that sort of connection, so I'll leave that one to you.
You feel
aroused.
No, I want what I'm trying to. I guess maybe it feels
No.
like, is it like?
Actually, hold on. I know what you're saying.
Oh.
Yeah, I know what you're saying.
You feel that source that provoked what was within you is growing stronger. As these dark tendrils crawl over his body, you actually feel that wild call ebbing up within you. I need you to roll a d20 and add your wisdom bonus to it. You feel, as you step forward, your hand reaches out.
15.
15 on the die?
No, 15 in total.
15 in total.
Yeah.
I'll give you the choice. As you step over and you hold him, you can feel that very same resonance that you were struggling with before. It is powerful now. And you can feel the hair beginning to form on the back of your hands. For the first time, Rowan, you feel a choice. You have never felt a choice before. It has always come upon you like a storm, inviolable, uncontrollable. This time, as you hold him and you see the veins spidering, accelerating across him, even as Anaho is focused so much on what's happening with the heart, thinking of a traditional poison, whatever is happening here is not a traditional poison. It is like a lattice work of necrotic veins all across his body. And as you are touching him, you feel your own call coming up within you. What do you do?
Eat me. Let's become one.
Is it the call? Is it how it's always been, where it's been like attack, eat, consume, cause chaos, or is it? Does it feel like I can control it more?
Roll d20. Just give me your raw roll.
Uh-oh. This isn't even my good one, too. Okay, cocked. Please stop. I'll do this. Fuck. Okay, I mean, heck. 10!
You don't know. You feel the hunger. The hunger, it's pressing at you.
Oh,
you don't know if you would control it. You don't know what would happen afterward. You know, the only thing you know is you can control whether it happens or not. That's all you know.
Okay, as she's holding him, she feels like this like rush of emotion, and she kind of begins to like, it's like uncontrollable like tears that are falling as she can feel her teeth growing and like her hair stand on end, and she kind of grips on him for a second, and there's this almost maternal feeling for a moment, And then she says, "You can't have him." And she pushes back, and she's like, "God, someone help him!"
And
As
Naho's
she
right
like
there.
holds onto herself.
Anaho, you see all. In fact, roll d20, Anaho, and Val. No, you're still floating. So you're staring.
I'm right there.
I know, but you're kind of
Your head,
you're
like, bumps
you're
into
looking
the
up at the ceiling and kind of flipping
Your
over.
butt
Yeah,
Passes
wondering
by again.
if you have the right
Val
angle.
just did a heal check to see if he could help him heal.
He did just do a heal check.
Yeah, you just kind of floated
Leader in
over
the
and no,
wind doing a check.
I'm teasing. Go ahead and roll.
Throw it back.
Val did do a heal check. I rolled a 15.
Okay. Val.
Am I rolling too?
Yep.
He got the 28 on the heal
Yeah, I got
check.
a 28 on the heal. Am I rolling for perception
Yes.
or anything?
Yeah, I'll come back to the heal in a moment.
Ah, okay.
15 plus for perception. 11. 15 plus 11. 26.
Okay.
Math.
All right. So all of you see what's happening with Rowan. As she walks up, you see that there's a slight bulge that starts to happen between her cheeks, and you see some fur start to sprout on the back of her hands. And she says the words, and she pulls away, and you see them recede as she's struggling. I'll come back to your heal check in a moment, but anyone have anything to say to Rowan as this happens?
Val will just, as he sees this, will yell to Rowan. In my bag, there's the wolf's bane, if you need it. I don't have an arrow to shoot you with it this time, so I'm gonna need you to go and get it yourself.
Does Rowan feel like she needs the wolfsbane?
No.
Okay.
Yeah, you with your roll, you step back, the hair recedes, the fangs recede, the first time you have ever had the ability to stop it.
You know, she reverts back, and it's almost like annoyed parent, like telling someone like, "Don't worry about me, help him."
All right, everyone else saw this. You, Valfino, as you did your heal check, you can see whatever's happening to Rasmus is beyond anything you can possibly comprehend, but the waters are helping him. Whatever's happening here. Wait. You see the shadow begins to rise from his skin. All of you grow quiet. The waters, almost as though they're percolating the darkness within him, begin to roil. Rasmus inhales deeply, shuddering, his lungs filled with fluid, his eyes darkened and weak, and you see the shadow hover over him. And for the first time, they stand together, almost in twain, Rasmus and this shadow form that you have seen once or twice before. That's not a good look. Hang on. Let me fix that. Sorry. I'm glad I did that before I put it on stream. That was not the right look. I'm not trying to do that again.
I
Yeah.
just watched that and I was like, I already know where this is going.
No.
Yeah,
I'm not.
they're definitely in twain.
You can't overplay those jokes, right?
And
So
they're
the
both
water is
boys.
percolating.
okay, that's not good either. No, that's not good either. Hold on. Let me find something that works
there's
here.
There's no good way to do this, John.
Yeah, there we go. No, that's not good.
Not
No, that's all right. We'll go with that.
That's not it, Chief.
No, that's not it,
not
Chief.
Now you're in.
Yeah, sorry, Naho. The stream is wondering
The
what on earth
perfect
we're
POV.
talking about. Yes, they'll see. Okay, yeah.
John is playing with his G.I. Joe action figures.
Oh no.
There we go. That works.
No.
Yeah, that
Is
works.
that what he calls it?
All right. You see, all right. You see the shadow as it slides out of his form, and it looms 8-9 feet tall, vast arms that stretch out. The head tilts back and looks around as though sighting for the first time. And dark eyes with no pupils look over at you as Rasmus floats pallid, his form going limp in the water.
We'll kind of try to pull Rasmus's body slightly away from the shadow. Trying to kind of put himself between the shadow and Rasmus's body. Not sure if that'll anger the shadow or what, but
Rowan's gonna grab onto Val's wrist.
Okay.
As like a no when she kind of sees what he's trying to do.
So Rowan tries to stop you.
What it could do to you.
That's not the point.
As she
He's our
said,
friend.
as we're saying this, can we tell if this is like a malevolent, evil? What is this?
So it is not malevolent. It is the same creature you have seen emerge from Rasmus previously by choice, but you have not seen this since his arm was severed. And in fact, now as you look down, you see he has no arm. That blackened arm is gone as this creature emerges from the water.
Can I roll a perception check? To see how good, bad, friend, foe, where are we at with this guy?
That'd be sense motive. Go ahead. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that one.
Yep.
So that's going to be a 9. Oh no, come on.
Can I do sense motive as well?
Sure you can. Yes.
Thank you.
We're doing sense motive?
Yep,
Plus
sense
9,
motive.
so that's going to be an 18.
Okay. 18.
I got a 15, so that's great. I'm glad you got that.
Each of you feel only a certitude of protectiveness, almost jealousy. Whether for good or for ill, this entity feels possession over Rasmus. And as it stands over top him, it opens an ebony maw. Leave him. Step away. Let him heal. He will be back, but you must let me stay with him. I need to be with Rasmus.
Val will stop pulling Rasmus away, and he still has his hand on him. He hasn't quite put himself in between the two of them.
Okay.
But he will ask, but does Rasmus need you to stay?
You're asking who?
The shadowy guy, big boy over there.
Clearly that's what he was saying. He was saying you all need to leave. He needs to stay.
He said that he needs to stay with Rasmus. I'm trying to ask, does Rasmus need him to stay?
Oh,
I see.
Does my bad.
Shadow creature need him to survive, or does Rasmus need the shadow creature to survive? Like, if that makes sense. Like.
Yeah, no, it does make sense. There is no I. There is no he. There is only we. We need. We.
Can Rowan hear this thing speak?
Yeah, yeah, everyone hears it, yeah.
Rowan will kind of gently squeeze Val's wrist and kind of also gently pull to kind of signal let him do it.
Val hesitates. He releases Rasmus. Sorry. He releases Rasmus. But he also yanks his arm away from Rowan. Just like he gently releases Rasmus, but he pulls his arm away like no, I don't need your input on this. And
Oh. Rowan's confused.
All right, Anaho.
I'll stand there, not in any way pulling on Erasmus. My hand's still there until the moment that it leaves his body, and I'll pull my hand away and go, you must be Rasputin then, is that correct? I have heard him call you by name before.
That is the name he calls me. Yes, I am. We are the son of darkness. Together, he and I. Now, leave us. He is nigh unto death. I cannot lose him. To lose him is to lose myself. We are we. We are we.
Then so be it. But we might not be ready to leave just yet. But take your time. Do what you need to do. I have never seen you harm him. Only protect him. I will not interfere.
Rizia looks very concerned. She looks across, for the first time, sort of standing up, emerging from the waters, ignoring her previous modesty, and you see her fangs bared. I don't think we can trust him. He doesn't look safe.
I understand your concern, Rizia. But as long as you and I have known Erasmus, this has always been a part of him.
Roll diplomacy. Fangs, that's not all that's bared. Thanks, Tim. 14?
14.
She nods, and even as she says this, the shadow Rasputin looks over at you, Anaho, and just sort of subtly nods, and you see he pulls Rasmus over to the opposite side of the pool, no longer insisting that all of you leave. And as the waters roil around, he hovers over the form of Rasmus. He places two ebony hands on the sides of his head. And again, you feel the trembling through the waters. You see the little wakes splashing away from Rasmus' body. He begins to tremble beneath this, and still the hands persist. There's a splashing of water as he thrashes around. Go ahead.
Right?
What's that?
Do we sense that we've been healed to whatever extent we will be healed, or do we still feel? Do I still feel this whatever?
For the first time, you actually think about that. You look down, and you see your form fully healed. All of you are at full hit points. No restoration of abilities, so it's not like but it's a full heal. In fact, some of your oldest scars, not gone, but imagine a layer or two of those scars being peeled. There's a healing that's happening here inside this water that has. I see Rowan getting excited. I know what you're thinking, Rowan. It is like think of it like, I'm sorry, I don't like anachronisms, but this is probably the best way for me to describe it. Going through, 2 or 3 layers of some sort of cosmetic procedure, it has not just healed, it has taken old wounds and ameliorated to some degree those wounds and scars as you look down.
Noticing some of those starting to go, feeling good, but not fully comfortable with that.
Dermal peel. That was it. Thank you. Sorry, go ahead.
Being attached to them to some extent, but noticing that I've reached that point. Rasputin, I am going to leave now, and I'll give a glance over to Rizia. Erasmus has trusted you for longer than I know. If anything happens to him, and I'm starting to walk out of the pool at this time towards my stuff, you better find me.
As you say this, and this was a great question in chat, how deep is the water? It's about 3 feet, so Anaho, you're kind of like, you're pushing up every once in a while to get air.
Like this, the water cradles around your face.
And again, as you step, so Anaho is the first to go up the steps. Anaho, describe one more time the back. I've heard it 3 times now, but I want to hear it again. What do they see on your back besides your not Valfino grade, but neatly, hued? What's the word I'm looking for? Chiseled buttocks. Taut. That was it. Taut, chiseled buttocks. But they see what's on your back. Describe that.
Yeah. So as he's walking up, he's short and his body is extremely pale, especially under the clothing. He's been on the surface for a little while now. He's starting to get some coloration, but his majority of his body is very pale. And this tattoo on his back is really the only thing there, and it stretches all the way across, from shoulder to shoulder, all the way down to like the belt line area. And you notice it even wraps slightly to the abdominal area. And then on there are several images that depict chaos and specifically depict Loth. The kind of a theatrical ball gown kind of shadowing around what looks like a cave, with this shading, kind of a charcoal gray kind of shading. And it reveals this underground city where you see what looks like at a glance, it might look like a large building or a mansion. And you start to see that there's further detail of this city, surrounded by gates, and on the front side of those gates are smaller, more or less detailed images, but very much humanoids of different shapes. And ultimately what's gathered is this magnificent city with slaves in the front of it, in that bare spot Anaho had talked about, where normally the house crest would go, but it's left blank on him as a place to hit to kill.
Nice. As he steps out of the water drips from him. Before we come back to Rizia, Rowan, and Valfino, I'm going to come back to you, Erasmus. You feel this sense of awakening. Your soul seems to be rent and then re-inhabit and then leave and then re-inhabit your body. You hear the distant voice of a friend. Your eyes snap open and you see for the first time in days the form of Rasputin hovering over you. You look up into the most black eyes, ebony arms that stretch out 9 feet wide on either side, embracing you. And it feels as though every fiber of your being has been drained from you. As you look up into those eyes, what do you say?
He just floating in the water. The only words he can really get out through his cracked lips, his mouth parched. But with the crackling voice, he speaks. I missed you. and then just knocks back out with a smile on his face.
Missed me, you fool. I was never with you. I was literally your armor strength. You nearly killed me. Banished me to my plane. When my kind dies.
And you're unconscious, so you're not hearing this anymore. Like this is
I hear it in my dream state.
Yeah, okay. Maybe in your subconscious, the rest of the party can still hear this, but Rasmus has passed out.
When your kind dies, there's hope of rebirth. When my kind there perishes, we are banished to the outer planes forever. We have to make a choice. Here. Now. A choice.
You see, he looks over. The head darts quickly toward the rest of the party. Only Anaho is out of the water. What are the rest of you doing?
I guess as she's watching Anaho get out, and I think finally being able to take in the full expanse of the tattoo, maybe not understanding the story so much, but seeing the amount of detail in it as he kind of like goes from just a floating head to the 3 foot, 4 foot tall expanse of a man that he is.
2'9", I think.
Oh, dang, I was generous.
2'7", yes.
2'11".
2'11".
Oh,
Sorry.
he was drowning.
Yeah, he was bobbing up to get air.
Oh,
That
no.
1 inch, he was pursing his lips.
Good thing I always keep this straw. No, so as she does so, I feel like she catches a glimpse of herself in the reflection of the water. As she's admiring everybody else's form, everybody else's skin, she had failed to admire what the spring had done to her. When she had fully undressed, she just gnarly, deep, pink, shiny scars from her ankles up to her wrists, to her neck, everywhere, even on her face. And as she's accumulated these scars over the many, many years of her life, she's always considered herself not beautiful, almost manly-like. And so for the first time, she's seeing herself as a woman again. And she touches her face, her lips in particular, and not feeling those deep dents betwixt the petals of her lips. And she doesn't say it. She just kind of like mouths it out. I'm beautiful. And admires herself for a short moment before feeling those eyes boring into like the back of her head as she kind of turns to gather her surroundings and see where Val and Rasmus and Rizia and all of them are. And she sees this figure look up at all of them.
Val?
And
sorry, go ahead. Run.
No, I was just gonna say, she doesn't say much of anything. She just kind of like watches it, not so much as like stares at it deep in the eye.
Bravo. That's an inspiration die for you. Well played. I love that. And as she is moving toward, you see also those deep scars across your torso that you had referenced in the session with Adoram. You see those have also faded. They're still there. They're not gone, but they're much less aggravated than they were. Valfino?
Val has watched both Anaho and Rowan get out. Not like creepily, as you might have, the ice woman. But he's just, being observant, right? He admires the art on Anaho and thinks about what pain he must have felt inside to endure, to be able to sit and endure this kind of tattooing. He then, as Rowan gets out, as she's looking over her body and, like was said, feeling like a woman again because her body is newer and, pinker and more healed. He thinks to himself that he feels physically better, but he didn't have a whole lot of scarring or pain on the outside. As he gets out, he feels that he's maybe stronger. He doesn't hurt as much. The aches aren't there. The hurt and the scar on his side might have healed up nicely. But he can't help but think that the pain inside is still there. How he wishes that this pool would have been able to make him forget or take away, make him oblivious, kind of dull that internal struggle that he has. And so as he kind of gets out, he moves, he stretches, he kind of feels like his body isn't as stiff, isn't as sore. But he's quiet, he keeps to himself, and he goes over to the corner of where he left his clothes. Because his mind is preoccupied by what he wishes would have been healed.
Bravo. Inspiration die for you as well. That was in the chat, the question of the physical healing versus the emotional healing and very different types of scars and wounds. And certainly this hot spring does not cover the emotional wounds. All right. Anyone else before we go back to Rasmus? Rizia, she stomps out. You see she looks disgruntled as she notices some of the scars have been slightly healed, as though badges of honor have been slightly removed from her. And she spits and steps out of the water, stomping out. But you all get the sense that even this show of anger is covering concern for Rasmus as she walks over and begins donning her armor.
The only other thing for me would be that after putting on my armor, I know where, at least it seems like, we're in a safe place, relatively safe compared to anywhere else we've been.
That's fair.
And Rasputin, not completely unfamiliar to, or Arnaho is not completely unfamiliar to him. Others are still here. When I get my stuff back on, I'll actually head out. And I let everyone know, I'll be back. I'm not going far, but I would like to find the woman who was here. One, to thank her, but I also have a question for her.
Well, she walked through the opposite door. So you guys came in through the door to the right. She walked deeper into the... So do you head that way?
I'll head that way then.
Okay, all right. So you walk back, you kind of wade through the waters, going past Rasputin, kind of bouncing off the floor of the pool to get air as you go. And
can I walk, if I have my armor on, can I walk around it? Because she said don't walk in it with armor.
Yeah. Oh, you already had your armor on? I missed that part.
Yeah.
Well,
So I'll put all my stuff back on and then...
It was more fun for me to have you bouncing, but that's fine. No. Yeah, so you put your armor on, you walk to the other side, and you open the door and walk through. You can see there's a fire beyond, and it looks like a tent, and you can smell incense wafting out. All right. And so, Rasmus, you are alone. I mean, you guys are still in the room, but you're face to face with Rasputin. Your eyes flutter open again, back to consciousness. And you see his hands hovering over your head. And as he touches his fingers to your temple, you see this ebony light glow in his eyes. And he says,
It's time. We must choose.
And with that, we'll go to break. Thank you so much, everyone here, for following us tonight on Blue Box. We'll have our one and only break tonight. Be about 5 minutes. Thank you, all the Mad Chatters. Great viewership tonight. Great support. You guys are awesome. The role play has been incredible tonight. Thank you for that. And I think the audio visual has all been good. The chat has been amazing. I'm sorry I'm only limited interaction with the chat tonight, but I didn't really get the Michael Schofield type of tattoo. Oh, wait. I was thinking of Michael Scott. I know Michael Schofield tattoos. Yes, of course. Prison Break. That just hit me. Well played, Larry Kingra.
Michael Scott.
Yeah, I was thinking Michael Scott, not Michael Schofield. Get your shadow balls out of my face. Keep my bamboo. Well, okay, yes, exactly. No, we're not gruntled. Pop quiz. What was the woman? Oh, yes, there you go. What was the woman's name? 100 XP for anyone who gets it. You already got 500 earlier, Josh.
I did not study. Go on, Val. Tell us your other girlfriend's name. This lady.
Look, in one ear and out the other. Val's not big on names. He's more big on assets. And
Is you fine or not? That's all that matters.
Are you eye candy? Can I come in?
Who cares about your name,
Viscera?
Visceral?
Viscera?
Nope, not even close. Not even close.
With a V.
Nope, it did not start with a V.
Oh, wow, I was wrong.
All right, so after the break, our first giveaway is this gorgeous Blue Box mouse pad.
This one.
You need this. These are not cheap. These don't fade. These suckers are gorgeous. This is a really well done mouse pad. You want this in front of your PC. It also makes everything work better.
Standing me. Then a lot.
And then later tonight we have a World of Greyhawk. Let me tilt it there. World of Greyhawk reprint 1980 module with all that. It includes at the back all the full color Darlene maps. This is OG 1980. Very cool stuff for the World of Greyhawk. That will be our giveaway. So in the chat right now, type !mouse. !mouse in the chat. That will be for the mouse pad. And we'll do that shortly after the break.
I don't need one. I already got one.
That book is what is it? It's a classic. If it was a car, it'd be considered a classic.
Is it?
Exactly. Yes. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Over 20 years is considered a classic with cars.
I only know 5e.
So
I'm a classic.
Yeah, you are.
Well, according to that, we're all classics
like
here on this.
whiskey.
Yeah. So all of you, all of you. By the way,
15.
everyone.
Josh is like a Smirnoff Ice.
My Sunday stream has all the youngins. You guys are all the oldies. So.
hey,
All right.
You're the oldest of us all.
I am.
Yeehaw.
It's like I'm your daddy,
I don't
Josh.
know about that.
All right, so here we go. Blue Box.
Wow.
Type !mouse in the chat. Blue Box will be right back.
hey, John.
Physical terrain coming as well. Yes.
I sent you a private message.
Ooh.
Oh, great.
Rory, don't be jealous.
Val's gonna kill Rasmus.
Dude, I promise within the new year, I'm going to make a new thing for this. I have to. I hate this.
Okay. So let me see here.
Whoa.
So Rasmus is gonna be murdered.
Well, Fino started drinking the pool water.
Yeah.
Nice.
What is that? He want internal healing.
Coordinated.
Val is bottling it to sell on their travels.
There you go, Jerry. John is always right. Okay, so I'll respond to that, Becca, in the chat or the Discord. I'll private message you back. Sorry, Rory. And then we can role play that after the break. Blue Box will be right back. Mics will stay hot as always.
As always.
To the party.
Baby, come back.
You can blame it all on Valfino.
Has to make a
Absolutely.
choice.
Have you seen Val?
Man, I'm scared.
I know.
What is the choice gonna be?
I still am just so happy that I can say that Val's the ass of Greyhawk. Like, Val has the ass of Greyhawk. He is not the ass of Greyhawk, but
Listen here, ass of Greyhawk. I mean, massive Greyhawk. What was that whole, like, don't touch me? What was that?
Val has become his
Metagame.
own man, and he's getting tired of.
Yeah, you're nothing but a
trying to
ball
tell
and
him what to
chain,
do.
Rowan.
Honestly, to be
nothing-
fair, I haven't been here for so many games. I have
Yeah.
no clue what Rowan has done.
Yeah,
It's not what Rowan has done. It's
Rowan's
more
been
that Val
killing
has
us.
just kind of evolved from this quiet, timid follower to like this
I never viewed him
badass.
as a
Like,
follower.
nah, don't tell me what to do. You ain't my
Oh
mom.
no! This misunderstanding between mom and son. No, honey, I want you to be your own man. Shut up, mom! I'm gonna be my own man.
Look, Val has mommy issues. Okay, let's not bring up Val's mom.
And
Why do you
Rowan
think you're
just
such a
wants to
player?
be a mother again. It's been how many years? God. Rasmus, how old are you?
Ooh. That's actually what I've been doing this whole time. This whole time I've just been reading Rasmus's backstory because I haven't read
You
it
want to
in
be
a
my
while.
long lost son?
I mean, since you
hilarious.
told Anaho that you're like thousands of years old,
I'm not 1,000 years. I'm 725.
that's way too old. Dude, I'm a human.
No. But she's been 20. She's been physically. She ages like Wolverine. You know how Wolverine ages, but it's like super fucking slow. So she looks like she's like 26 or something like that, because that's the last.
I
She's
think
been,
you're just
like,
lying to me,
transformed.
but Rasmus is 26.
Oh my god, and we're the same age. Imagine she's like, son, and they're both the fucking.
Rasmus just killed
Both
himself right
26.
then and there.
That'd be so fucking funny.
Commits
So heckin'
seppuku.
funny. Sorry.
Oh my gosh.
Rowan is a dead weight, unhousebroken liability now. Velveto needs his own space.
Yeah, look at what you're doing. You're tearing this family apart. Sometimes literally.
Yeah, Rowan's just trying to make the family she's never had. Look!
Who is that?
She doesn't remember me.
Who is that?
That's Evan Lee.
That's who?
Evan Lee. That's John's kid. One of John's kids.
Yeah. I definitely heard something
How do you
else.
not know the most popular, like, child on the internet?
That's not
But
the
does
most
sound-
popular child on the internet. You are.
You know what? Yeah. My parents would beg to differ.
I would beg.
They go, why don't you get a real job, you loser? I go, Mom. Oh, okay. I can't leave.
I'm
Beat your
gonna
pants?
go work
Do it.
out after this, and I don't want to.
Do it.
I know.
I did legs today. You better fucking do it.
I did legs on Saturday, and that was
Do it again.
wild. I squatted 205 for 5, which was kind of disappointing because that's low weight, or at least it
You're
was.
low weight, bro.
Your mom's low weight.
No, she ain't.
No, oh. No, like I'm frustrated because like last time I hit 185 for 12, but then I also had
Wow.
I had a month break between last workout and this one.
Oh, this break that you plan to have? That break, is that the one that we're talking about?
Oh no, it wasn't on purpose at all. It was absolute
As long as you're
depression
honest.
slapped me, and I was like, okay.
Woof.
I was like, okay.
I know. I saw you beating that bag on your story.
Hey,
Beating that bag up.
last night I was dragging. Like I was so slow compared to I think a week ago, the first time I posted, which was to Church Clap by KB. And that
Sure.
those quick
hey,
hands.
hey, Josh.
What,
Yes,
sexy?
ma'am.
How is your sugar mama going?
Oh,
Which
that's
one?
right. What did you just say?
Which one?
That's my boy.
Oh, God.
No. Kristen said that she bought me the shirt when she said she bought me the shirt, but the shirt's never arrived. So I'm gonna have to buy the shirt myself, and I'm very disappointed.
Oh, wait, so
there
Kristen
was,
is your
an
sugar
actual
mama?
Sugar mama, though, right?
No, I don't
Kristen
have an
is an
actual
actual sugar mama. You could ask her to
Rory?
buy you anything, and she'd go, yeah, sure.
Rory, we need to have a conversation.
Yeah. No.
Josh and his harem.
Hot mom's shirt. That's the one I need.
I would love a hot mom shirt, but then my mom would go, never wear that.
Well, it's great in LA.
Well, yeah, because LA, everybody loves moms, quote unquote. And then when it's time to get to business, they're like, actually, I don't know. Kids is a big responsibility.
Now the question is light pink or like robin blue?
Robin blue.
Pink.
Bright pink.
I'm just not sure how, because
Like
I know I look
Barbie
bad
girl
in white
pink.
shirts.
All right.
Black shirts I have too
Blue
many.
box is coming back.
Pink, 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 pink.
Here we go.
Okay, Hob, you buy me the pink one, I'll buy myself the blue one.
How about you buy me a shirt?
All right. How about I rein this back in? All right. So welcome
Buy
back.
us all shirts, John.
So welcome to Blue Box. This is episode 96 of Greyhawk Awakening. And of course, that means...
And I are BBC.
Oh my god, mute him.
Go ahead, Josh. You got the stream. Go ahead.
No, I was saying we need an I Heart BBC shirt for this upcoming.
Oh, by the way, the date on that is going to be not the 14th. It's not the weekend of the 14th because that is Mother's Day. So we're bumping it back a week this year. It's going to be the weekend of the, I think it's the
19th through the 21st is what Amanda posted.
That's the one. Thank you. So that's going to be the week after Mother's Day, which is good because honestly, I wanted to move it away from my birthday. It was cool for the 50th, but it needed to move. And so it's going to be the 19th through the 21st of May next year. We'll have signups, the TTE, and we've got lots of folks coming that are OG folks, and then lots of new folks that are coming as well. It's going to be a really, really fun time. Of course, we'll have great food, great fun, gaming tables. We'll do some announcements. Rory's working on some cool videos, and it's going to be a great time. We do want to also mention, of course, we have tomorrow night our Lore Masters Arcanum with Baladrax, and we'll be talking about digital terrain. He has an AI tool he also uses to create digital terrain, and we'll be talking about things that Anna B. Meyer and others are looking to create, and it's going to be a really fun stream tomorrow night on our LMA. Then Friday Night Crusades with Robert. He was out sick last week, but Robert is back in the saddle, ready to go for Friday night. That's going to be fun. And then Sunday, we have Tears of Aird, session 5, I believe. And that is going to be a really, really fun stream. If you haven't watched our Sunday stream, if you're a fan of this, you're going to love that Sunday stream as well. It's in the world of Aird, based on Troll Lord Games, Castles and Crusades, Stephen Chenol's world. But we're starting in the city of Altamira, which exists both in Greyhawk and in Aird. So Jay's, Lord Gazumba's city is in both of those worlds, and we're in Altamira in Aird on Sundays. All right, so we will go ahead and jump back into the action tonight, but type !mouse in the chat. We'll do that giveaway in a couple of moments, and then we'll kick off our giveaway for the grand prize tonight in just a bit after that. We're going to come back to you, Josh.
Nope.
Yep. You float in the water. Your consciousness comes back. Your eyes flutter open, and you see Rasputin hovering above you, his fingers on your temples, and he makes this mention of choice.
And he'll kind of look around at the room and seeing that either people have like vacated or just kind of gone off to do their own stuffs.
Well, no, actually, so as you do this, now really the first truly sort of conscious sentient thing you've done, you realize you're completely nude. Don't remember how you got here. The flotsam and jetsam are floating, the bits and bits. But you look around and you see Anaho vanishing behind a wooden door. You see Rizia hastily donning her garments. And then you see Valfino and Rowan also pulling their clothes back on. You alone remain floating naked in this water. Just wait, Bill. We got some cool physical terrain. Thank you, Bill.
If it wasn't for the pain and the tiredness, you'd be like, yeah, no, that tracks. He looks back at Rasputin and just weakly, maybe more mentally than physically, just, but is the choice. Help me to understand.
We are so close. We are we. We are we. What do you think it is? What do you feel in your soul, my friend? This choice. There is another here in this place. Not your friend. Not your lycanthrope. There is another. What do you think the choice is?
And still, like someone having just woken you up from a very long nap when you're sick, he's like, his mind's kind of going sluggish. If it is a choice between keeping you and losing you, I will keep you. If you wish to stay one with me, I wish that as well. I have found more comfort in our two becoming one. But my body grows tired from it. Are you saying we must consume the other one that is not the lycanthrope here to grow stronger? Because if that is the case, then yes.
The choice is simple. I have been two things to you. I have been your other. I was other to you. And then I was aid and arm. I subsumed my being to provide for you. I gave of myself to create what you have or had.
And he looks down at your now gone arm.
The choice is to truly become one. If we merge, I am no longer I, and you are no longer you, and we are truly we. There will be no manifestations as you see me now. I do not know what will become of your arm, but we will become one. In this way I am saved. I am saved from the darkest abyss that faces me. And perhaps I can also save you.
Rasmus leaning against the edge of the font. He'll weakly lift his left arm up and put it against / into the chest of Rasputin, since semi-physical. Do you wish to become one?
You see for the first time a hesitancy. This ebony hand. And by the way, anyone else can jump in here. You're all, well, except for you and Aho. You've walked in the other room, but everyone else, you're seeing this. You see this ebony hand. It hovers over yours. It seems to be unsure.
If we merge, will I lose you?
I don't know. Will I lose you? spoken of. I've not seen it in the annals.
But if we do not, we both may die. Yes?
You will die. I don't know what would become of me. I may. Without you, yes. No. Yes. No.
I am not ready to lose you. You are the last family I have left. You're not allowed to leave me. Not yet.
All right, so as the rest of the party is watching all of this, except for Anahu,
I need them to kiss.
Valfino, Rizia is, of course, like hawking on this. She's standing beside the pool, very concerned. You, Rowan, and Valfino.
I mean, since the beginning, since we've spoken to this thing, Rowan has been like, let him heal, let him do what it is that he needs to do. You know, Rowan doesn't fully understand the relationship that Rasmus has with this being, but all she has to go on is his word, and so far Rasmus doesn't look like he's doing any worse. So if anything, she'd probably maybe like just consoling Rizia with like words like, it's fine, just wait, if it looks bad, then we'll do it, we'll go.
But how do you know when it's too late? How can we know it could kill him?
Can I do a sense motive?
Sure. On Rizia? Yeah.
No. On the.
Oh, on the. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Because I know that there was one already done, but just to make sure that he is still like.
Go ahead and roll.
Oh, that fell right into a tube. Come back.
So you have a cocked eye and one that went into a tube. What's?
Shoot! Hold on.
Do you need a new tray?
No. Yeah. Wait. Yes, I do. But I'll get one eventually. I don't want to get anything new because I'm trying to move. I don't want to like crowd work.
We got more moving.
Yeah.
Oh, what's that?
Life is difficult.
What's that, Becca?
It's the tray that Rory made me when we first started dating, and he first started talking me into playing D&D.
What?
Like,
oh,
all over the inside of it, and there's like an inscribed word here that I think is in Elvish, and I can't remember what it says. But
Rory, really?
You have one.
He colored the lid and everything, and it's this cute little dice tray I have that I never use, but it holds the dice.
Back to the game.
No, that is awesome. I love that.
Cool.
Well done.
I love that. Man, I gotta get me one of them. Rory.
No, he's
Get
mine.
on that.
You can't have him.
No. I'll commission. I have money. Eventually,
I'll take it.
I'll dance. I'll do a dance for you.
That is adorable. You're right, Natasha. Go ahead. Sorry.
Okay, back to the game.
What was I rolling for? Oh yeah, that's right.
Right.
The sense motive.
Mm-hmm.
I got. Hold on. Okay, so it's just a 15.
You feel the same sense you have felt before. Whatever this entity is, it has no ill will toward Rasmus. But, what it thinks is good, you're not certain is good for Rasmus. In other words,
but she knows that his arm is gone right now.
yes, his arm is gone, but you're sensing motive, right? So motive is not ill. Outcome is undetermined.
Rowan, she doesn't look at Rizia, but she's just like has her eyes trained on Rasmus and this entity, and she answers her with, I don't know. And they watch. I mean, the most you can do is just wait for the right moment if anything were to go awry.
All right.
During this, Val is over in the corner where he left his clothes originally, he got dressed. He's fiddling with some stuff that he has in his pockets, just leaning up against the wall there in the corner, still like in the room, not watching, but making sure that he's around. Does Val have anything cool in his pockets, John?
He does. So I'll put this on stream. So you messaged me on Discord. Val, as you go back and you would examine what you pulled from the pockets of the Gruntalk who greeted you inside the tower, you find you have pulled several coins and a small silver locket. You snatched it from a pouch. No one else knows this, so this is not, don't metagame it, but you snatch it from his pouch and you have those coins, but you have this locket also, silver chain shaped with like a heart you've pulled from his pocket.
Okay. Val will be leaning there and seeing if he can just kind of palming this locket and running the chain through his fingers. And he's focusing on the locket rather than what's going on with Rasmus, because he deflects. He's not comfortable with emotions, so he's sitting there. He's still around. He still wants to be there in case anything happens, but he's checking out, but not fully. So he's here palming this this locket. And does it open easily? Can he open it with his hands?
You open it?
Yeah.
All right, so you do. You pop it open, and you see it's a picture of a somewhat homely but stout human woman. Graying hair at her temples and pale green eyes. Her cheeks quite prominent, and she has an almost sardonic smile on her face.
Val will continue to look at this and kind of just study it a little bit, smirk, thinking this is the woman he loves.
Yeah, you're pretty sure you've stolen his wife's locket. The locket with his wife.
So Val closes it. It snaps shut. And he continues to, with one hand, run the chain in between his fingers. And in the other, he takes one of the coins and runs it through those fingers, just back and forth. And he's just sitting here looking at his hands, doing this.
So, I mean, you're standing right there next to him, Rowan. You see this. Any thoughts?
I don't know. I don't know if she would even notice him doing much of anything, only because of the fact that there's this whole shadow person right there, and she's also consoling Rizia. So
that's very fair. You know what?
Right into something.
Roll d20. I think that's very fair.
Okay.
Roll d20.
This one, please. I'll guard the hole there. It jumped right over my hand, but 15.
Okay. Yeah, you're right. You don't notice. You're so focused on what's happening right in front of you, and now we come back to you.
I got two eyes.
Rasmus.
Dead as a doornail.
Real quick, how much coin does Val find that he has?
Wow, that's a nice palm. So 14 silver, 9 gold. That's a nice. So you took a good scoop out of his pouch without him noticing. That was a good sleight of hand, along with that locket.
Okay, thank you.
It's time then. We'll join.
His hand grasps yours. You feel this power resonate through you. And there is a a sense of union at a molecular level. Not a word you would know, but we would know. It fuses through your body, and as it does so, you quiver with the power of this entity entering into you, and you realize that you will never be the same, and nor will Rasputin. You have both made a choice, and as you merge, he vanishes from the water.
That's not good.
And you float alone. You're awake. You're fully healed.
At this vanishing of the shadow guy, Val will have gotten up and left the room.
Okay.
He doesn't want to stick around to know what happened. If his friend just died, he doesn't want to be here. So Val knows that something happened, but without even looking over, he just knows this guy's gone. Gets up and exits the room.
Nice. You see Rizia runs over. Go ahead. Rowan.
Oh no, I was gonna say at that point Rowan would like let her hand go to let Rizzy just rush right into the water because she knows for a fact that she'd be the first in there.
Exactly. So Rizia, well said. So she runs in, she splashes into the water, and she runs over. She shakes. Ooh, I don't know what I just did. That's pretty cool. Whatever I did there. She shakes Rasmus. Rasmus, are you okay? As she looks down, she sees you have an arm.
Uh-huh.
It looks normal. You, barely conscious, see Rizia hovering over you, shaking you. Rasmus! Rasmus!
And he'll just put an arm up and against her like clavicle. We have work to do. I am alive. For now. As he'll go to stand up, does he feel weak? Does he feel strong?
He feels a strength of form, but an unquietness in his spirit. Yes, all the pains, the aches, they're gone. You feel power in your thews. You feel a sense of inner strength, and yet there is an unquiet deep in your spirit.
And he's going to look at the Rizia. I need armor. And I need a new sword. Can Rasmus feel where this other entity is?
Oh, the one mentioned by Rasputin? Roll D20. Just give me your raw.
Oh my gosh, I haven't even had dice out this whole time.
Give me your raw roll. Your raw roll.
A raw roll?
Raw roll. Raw roll. Raw roll.
Oh, okay.
While you're doing that, let's go back to you. Anaho, you step in the other room, and the name you were missing was Slensa. And you walk in. Slensa, she stands, she has a bowl of incense before her, and her head pops up. It's a heady scent. You feel a lightness as you walk in the room. Halfling, What is it? How is your friend faring? Are the waters not healing?
The best I know, what you have provided us has healed us. Rasmus is, as you said, going under some longer healings. I don't really know where he's conditioned currently, but it seems like the touch is still with him. I think.
What do you mean? The touch is still with him.
You would have to ask him.
The goal was to heal him of his physical ailments. I made you no promise of the touch.
You're correct. That is what I mean. I think he has physically healed, and I believe the touch has stayed, thankfully. So, thank you for healing us. But I don't mean to take a lot of your time. And I hope it is not wrong for me to come in here. But you said something that caught my attention.
What?
You said you look to a paylord. A pay like money or
Pelor.
what? Paylord.
Pelor. Have you never heard of this god?
I have only heard of one. One that is all of chaos and darkness. One that placed me lower than dirt. I don't know if you've heard her name, but it is Lolth.
Her eyes go wide.
By force, that is.
Say the name again.
Lolth. I have trouble saying it because even as slaves, we were not able to say the name.
You poor thing.
I do not seek pity, but it seems like perhaps there is a different way. My friends have been showing me a different way.
But they can show you a different way, but which way do you choose to follow? Congratulations, Joffrey Storycaster. You have won the giveaway for the mouse pad. We'll kick off the grand prize giveaway tonight, which is the Greyhawk reprint. So let's just do ! Greyhawk in the chat. And you can pop that in the chat. That will be for the grand prize giveaway tonight. But congrats. And I know he's in there because he was just posting. So pop that in the chat. That will be for the grand prize. What do you mean? You follow who you choose. Do you choose to follow this? I know the name of Lolth, the Spider Queen.
It was never a choice, but for enough to say all my life, I didn't know of a choice as a possible thing in Telrizia. The orc that you saw, the half-orc. Until then, I did not know of a thing called choice.
She leans over and she touches a finger to your forehead and then puts her hand on your shoulder. Everything in life is a choice. You have a choice. You don't have to serve whatever you've seen in your past. Darkness, light, law, chaos, all a choice. Your friend. You know why I let him in the waters? I saw the war within him. I knew he was good. I knew I could trust him. All of your friends. They carry scars. Have you ever walked into the woods, Havling, and smelled the pine, the loam of the earth?
I fear to say that the only time I walked into the woods was to ensure the blood dripped, and the only time I smelt the earth was with a drow's foot on my head.
She kind of pulls back when you say that. Oh, I see.
I do not mean that this is what I intend here, and I do not mean that that is what I choose.
No,
But you seem to possess a different understanding of life.
Let me say it differently then. Have you ever felt the crunch of gravel beneath your feet? Smelled the pungent odors of the earth beneath the soil? Heard the cries of creatures far beneath? And known that you were alive, no matter what you faced?
I believe something similar to what you explained.
Then this is what you cling to. All of us. We face dark moments. You think there is one that walks this soil, above or beneath or upon, and does not face these trials? You think any live a life of happiness without pain? You think any survive trodding upon mortal soil without challenge? No. You, my little friend, you have done well. You should be proud of yourself. And you should be proud of your friends. I let you in these waters because I sensed the good in all of you.
Then perhaps this isn't the last chance for us.
Do you know why this place is called Last Chance?
Because it's in a desolate iceberg of absolute hell.
Her laugh tinkles better than I did. And she says, our founder, Lord Verid, perished 400 years ago. He had lost his love, lost his family. He established this outpost as a place for others to find respite. In this he gave of his life. He gave that others might find solace. This was not the last chance for you. It was the last chance for him. He redeemed his own life. You, my little friend, can redeem yours and your friends. But it is all about the choices that we make.
That sounds something like what Rites has been saying too. Thank you. I will likely look around and ask more, but thank you for your time.
Is that all? She smiles.
For now, I am sure we will be here a little bit. I'm not sure. But you've given me something. If not simply the name to go look for this Paylor.
If you seek him, he will be found. He does not hide. He is not difficult to find. Any who search, they will find him.
That is good to know. And I start to... I should probably go see how the Rasmus is doing.
All right. She smiles at you and she says, wait a moment. Anahu? is your name?
That is the name that I have known, yes.
Here. I sense you are of the drow. You have already mentioned poisons. Take this. And she holds out a small flower. It has 9 petals around it with a green stem, about 4 inches long.
That's huge.
You've just been waiting for a chance. Josh just waiting for a chance. So desperate for innuendo to happen. He could not resist.
Well, compared to an Aho, that's
Josh, that's huge to you? Are you kidding me? Oh, you poor thing.
That's way above average, man. Hey,
what?
Bring back
What?
the game. Bring back the game.
Oh, see, I can't, no. All right, so she hands you this flower, and she says, keep this. It can aid you in times of darkness. Now see to your friends.
Will do. Thank you.
All right, so you walk back in. As you step in, you see Rizia pulling herself up out of the water, and she's got Rasmus in her hands. Rasmus looks whole, but he has still this sense of there's a darkness, a halo around him, but his eyes are bright. As he stands up, he looks fully healed. You see his arm is back, and he's kind of staggering around, moving it with somewhat erratic movements. As you step in the room, you make eye contact with him, and what do you say to Rasmus?
So, are you done being hurt now? Last we spoke, you still had some people to go find that I was going to bring you to. You're not dying before that, are you?
I just needed to rest my eyes a little bit.
That is understandable. Maybe not in a pool next time, though.
I'll do better on the timing.
That
As
is
he's
good.
like trying to get his armor on, and as everyone saw from his armor and stuff, like it's all banged up. Like he's had this armor since the beginning of the game, and even then it was described as old and damaged. And he's just putting on the stuff. And then John, I'm
Yes.
going to make that straight roll for you, and I'm going to use thank you Renreb for the help, but I'm
Thank you, Renreb.
advantage.
Okay.
Come on, baby.
Well, he makes that roll. His arm is normal color again, or is it the black ebony again?
It is normal.
It is normal. So I'll also walk over to him as I'm saying all that and whatever his roll is. But I'm next to him now.
So, the first roll is a 9. But the second roll is a nat 20.
What? Nice. All right.
So tell me how I win D&D.
So, as you feel the joining, there is an illumination that fills your soul. You see both light and darkness. You see the ebony and ivory fit together in... you see both, and as you feel this settling inside of you, you know that you are no longer Rasmus and Rasputin. You are both. And the two of you have joined. I will send you the stat adjustments. So this is another set of stat adjustments that have occurred with your character. I date myself all the time. Come on.
I have no one
You know
else
what's
either.
bad though?
Right
When
now,
I
Rasmus
don't
is-
even know the song because
I was like,
know
I'm
all
dating
music.
myself.
You don't know Paul McCartney and Stevie Wonder?
I thought that was something from Sesame Street.
I thought it sounded from Teletubbies.
Oh my God. Okay, so really, that's like the most. Oh, all of you. So
Well, I
yeah,
was
thank you,
raised on
Natasha.
my mom who likes classic
Wait,
rock,
whoa.
like
What's,
Daddy Blue.
see, my camera got mad at you
Yeah,
guys.
John-
It just
John-
killed my camera. Hold on.
John's out.
No, hold on.
quit. Okay, now
And
that
that's
I'm
how
the
you win
DM.
D&D.
I actually thought you were going to say that Rasmus and Rasputin are dating themselves.
Yeah, I was like, they're inside of each other.
There we go.
Waiting for them to kiss.
Whatever you guys just did, like you don't know. Ebony and ivory fit together in perfect harmony, side by side on my piano keys together. Why can't we? You don't know that at all? No.
I have taste, but you know.
No.
Okay.
That's your new hit single that was coming out, right?
No, it is not. No. All right. So,
Yeah.
it's okay. So I got everyone in the chat's agreeing with me. They know this. Thank you so much. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with these guys. No, it wasn't a chart-topping song, but it was iconic. Thank you, Jeff. Yeah. Okay. Oldie but goodie. That's the last thing I wanted to hear.
Oldie.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. That's like all right. So. Let's skip forward before this goes more off the rails. In moments, you all now there is here a smithy, there is a general store, but you are ushered by the castellan who has greeted you and welcomed you. He does seem to pat his purse as he walks you along, as though noticing something is amiss, but has not investigated yet. And Gruntalk takes you toward the Last Chance Tavern. And go ahead.
Sorry. No, sorry. Please.
No. You go ahead, please.
I was just going to say before leaving, before anyone besides the party came into the room, Rasmus would look over to Rowan. And he'll just nod. And as if Rowan gets closer in his weak but still gruff voice, it seems we have a hunt ahead of us. There is someone or something I need to find here before we leave.
Me? Who are we hunting?
I don't know, but you and your friend will be of help to me to track whatever it is.
I haven't done any mercenary work in a long time.
It is not mercenary work. It is your nose, your senses that I am looking for.
She gets like physically like uncomfortable just because like she doesn't. There's no control. There's no like, oh, smell this for me and go and hunt it out. It is violent.
As Rasmus sees this change, as he it is just the beginning. Control will come. Let me help you.
You barely know me. How could you help me?
And he's going to reach out with his right arm and put it like on her upper chest if she allows. Like collarbone.
She'll like do a full lean, but I'm sure he'll just kind of like press anyway.
And I'm hoping she feels the same at peace that she felt when she was over his body. Where it wasn't the beast coming out to take over, but that of a singularity.
Her eyes like narrow.
I have known since the beginning, since I first saw you. He's going to pull his hand away. I've got the hunt. And he's going to continue to put his armor on and being most careful, most protective over two things that he owns. One being the bear fur mantle that he wears attached to the red strips of cloth.
Mm-hmm.
And then the second thing being the shield, or the sheath wrapped in the 1.5 to 2 inches cloth around the full piece as he puts those aside and doffs the rest of his stuff. leaning every now and then against the wall, as almost like with a bit of vertigo, but not cold and tired and sick looking anymore. Just like has to re-get his bearings. And then he goes back to what he's doing with like a precise vision, knowing what he's putting on next, knowing what he's supposed to do, almost robotic in a way.
And as you do this, you see something else. But I'll tell you off stream. There's a perception that you have now, something you've never seen before. I'll Discord that to you. In moments. Sorry, go ahead. Yep.
Secrets.
Oh, I was just going to say, so Val had left already. He's not with the party. He has made his way to the tavern.
So Val's in first?
Val,
Okay.
before, when the parties are ready, still like before, when Val left, when the being dissipated, he just headed straight for the tavern.
Okay. I like it.
And,
All right. Sorry, go ahead. Now?
Sorry to draw it on, but you remember how I said I was right next to Rasmus? Mm-hmm. He's got a full arm now, right? His regular arm.
Yes.
And he's slowly donning his armor, leaning up against the wall.
Mm-hmm.
Rasmus, are you still you? Do I got to worry about anything?
His head's going to turn, looking at you after just having this kind of conversation with Rowan. And he'll turn, kind of sidestep, so his body's now kind of left shoulder facing Rowan, right shoulder facing Anaho, and he'll look down to you. You asked 2 questions. Question B, no, you do not need to worry. But question A, no, I'm not the same.
I want to check him. Want to nut check him?
Wait, what'd you
You're
say?
gonna nut check me?
Nut check him?
Are you gonna punch him in the nuts?
You said nut check him?
Yeah.
What?
How dare you?
Oh. Yeah, and I don't have a cod piece in my.
Every time the DM thinks he has control of the game, these players just. Okay, so.
Are we gonna end the stream
I
on
want
a
to
nut
make
check?
So
he's still him, and he said I have nothing to worry about.
Anaho punches upward.
Wow.
You know,
Didn't see this coming
Rasmus
at
has
all.
been hit by balls, but never had his balls hit.
Mm-hmm.
So
You said I have nothing to worry about, and that you're different. So I need a check. I need to do a check.
Rasmus has
a
had
nut check.
balls dragged.
Okay.
All right, hold that. We're gonna.
Do I make a fortitude save? What do I do?
We're going to come back to that. We're going to Valfino now. All right. So, Valfino, you step in and you see the inn here of the Last Chance. Hold on here. Let me, my camera, let me switch this back. My camera it died. I can fix that real quick here. 1 second. As you walk in, the doors swing open, a slight creak, and immediately you're assaulted by the scent of bread and roiling, bursting meat flavors, and you can smell ales and strong wines. It is just almost overwhelming. You hear the cacophony of the tavern patrons all around you, and well, that sucker is struggling. Hold on here. Let me unplug it and plug it back in. I had this all. It was all working perfectly. And you see there are several denizens here of the Last Chance that are all wandering around. And there we go. And they, you see a waitress, quite buxom, carrying a plate of ale, bustling about. And it looks like there are probably 8 to 10 patrons here as you glance around. Some you see humans, you see halflings. There's a large man perched in the corner of the tavern, hooded cloak pulled down. You see a couple of men standing on one side, one at the bar, boisterously laughing as you walk in, and you see these tables. The man behind the bar are unlike the many that you're going to see here in a moment, or you see now. He is not bald and portly like the typical tavern. He's actually a fairly slender man. He has slick black dark hair and a hawkish nose. And he kind of glances up and gives you a wink as you walk in, and you have now stepped into the Last Chance Tavern. You see, so this is Valfino. Let me pull this mini up here so you can see who you are.
Who's the babe right next to the fireplace over there?
Yeah, that's the buxom waitress. She's moving around. This is
Nice.
Valfino.
Who's the dude passed out by the fire?
Oh, good question. There. So you're not there. I'll let Valfino ask. So
I thought he was decoration.
Valfino, as you look over to the side, you see a man that looks like he's a good 6 foot, 6'2", girthy, broad shoulders, scarred, and his head is lolled over, his tongue hanging out, drool going out the side of his mouth. He's snoring heavily, clearly drunk off his keister, and he sits over in the side. Here is this cloaked, hooded, whoops, I knocked him over, man that stands by a table by himself, and you see various other denizens. Several heads turn towards you. As you open the door, you close it back, and you now stand alone by yourself, surrounded by these denizens in the Last Chance Tavern. This waitress, looking harried, turns around, looks, "Huh? Oh, is there something you'd be liking? I need you some ale. You look cold." "Oh, you're quite handsome."
Val will kind of smirk a little bit and say thank you. I'll be back in a bit. And he turns and walks directly to the bar and the barkeep. He doesn't want to deal with the waitress at this moment.
Okay. All right. So you walk up to the barkeep, and as you step up to the barkeep, you see he sort of beady, dark eyes. He looks up. "Yeah? What will you be having?"
What do you have that is I don't know what the term would be here, but non-alcoholic?
"You want water or milk?"
Anything else?
"Water or milk, or milk or water?"
Give me some milk, please.
Yeah. You see a half ogre in the corner. Smile.
You mean this half ogre, Josh?
Oh, no.
This guy here.
He lifts up his own mug of milk. He's like, "Ugh."
Okay, all right. So
But when Val says this, though, he's kind of keeping to himself. He's staying kind of on the lower end. Like, he doesn't want people to know that he's not having a mead or...
Oh, I'm sorry. So as you walk up, there is a guy. He's got a very floppy hat, loose dressing on. He turns around and he looks at you. "I hear you say you have a milk. What man I saw you want milk in this place? Oh, you wee little lad. You don't look like a wee little lad. Why you want milk?"
Val will take his milk and put it down next to the guy, come around, put his arm around him and say, "You know, I am no wee little lad," and just kind of like pat him. And as he's patting him with the front hand, they'll do what Val does best, and the little sleight of hand trick.
Roll. Make your roll.
So that was a 19 plus 12.
Oh my goodness!
So-
And this guy is drunk, and you're having milk. Yes. So you put your hand on his shoulder, you slip it around. Now hold on. So we have a couple of patrons here and here. So let's make some perception checks for them. But I'm going to take into account your roll. They would have to have an extraordinary.
No, 32.
You find his pouch is loosely tied to his belt. With a couple of twitches of your fingers, you hold the whole pouch in your hand, and he takes no notice. And well, I make no meaning to be unkind. If you want milk, that's fine. Just perhaps you're reminded of your mommy's Tate. That's fine. I'll just go back to me ale.
With the comment about Val's mother, his grip kind of tightens on the guy's front of the shirt, and he just, yes, go ahead, go back to your ale, and then he kind of lets go and he slips the pouch, takes his milk and moves along. He's keeping an eye out for the guy who first greeted them, the large man who he originally pickpocketed.
Yeah, you look around. You don't see him in here. As the serving maid bustles past you again, she makes eye contact, gives you a wink. She glances down at the leather pouch in your hand and just smirks at you, but makes no mention of it. The guy in the corner next to the fireplace rolls over, lets out a burp. You see two gentlemen here, one a halfling, one a human, at this table, and this dark figure standing in the corner with his hood up just seems to stare impassively. In moments, the door opens again, and you see the remainder of the party come walking in. So here we have Rasputin and Rasmus together. Here we have Rizia, hand-painted by Fraley, hand-printed by Fraley, 17. Thank you so much.
Fraley.
Thank you. Here we have the blonde bombshell. Look at her. That is you, Rowan.
Oh,
and
that's
then,
Rowan.
and then we have Anaho, the wheatless lad, with a pair of daggers. You all come walking in, and I won't re-describe the scene, but you see the same thing I've just described. In moments, you are ushered over to a table here in the side, and you can see all the things that I mentioned earlier, and you see, whoops, knocked the plate of food off the table. You see Anaho, as you walk up, Valfino comes walking over, and he's kind of jangling a pouch in his hand.
But first, before Valfino walks over, as the bar, tavern, wench, whatever, winks at him, sees that he has one, Val will quick, because, he's stealthy, take out a coin and kind of toss it in her direction, aiming for her blouse, and then start walking.
Roll D20.
Is she gonna be like, oh, what a gentleman?
And she doesn't have a blouse. She has a dress, and of course, in that dress, she has a bosom. Yes. All right. So you're aiming for the bosom. All right. Roll.
I rolled a 14.
A 14 on the die. A 14 on the die.
Yes. Do I add anything to this?
What's your dex?
Oh, hold on.
Like a plus 12, I think.
No, not the dex.
It's a plus 3.
So 17.
But it's a plus 3.
As you fling the coin, it's clear what you're trying to do. It goes a bit awry to the shoulder, but she catches it, and she tucks it into her cleavage and winks at you again.
Yeah.
And then Val will just make his way over to the table. So
Soon all of you sit around the table here, and you are served in moments. There's food that is presented to you, and all of you stand around. You cannot help but sense something different with Rasmus. As he stands here for the first time, there is an awkwardness. You have just moments ago seen all of each other nude. You have seen strange things that have happened. And now for the first time, you're actually eyeball to eyeball with each other, sitting around a tavern table in a very strange place.
So, Anaho was bigger than I expected.
It was about as big as I had assumed.
You just never know. You just never know. You see, when we sit at the table, Rowan, we're all the same size.
I just didn't expect the extra 2 feet to be from down below.
You remember, I lived down below.
The bard starts up in the corner as though to cover the sound of this conversation.
John.
Yes.
And can I smell, sense, see whoever I'm trying to find.
Roll d20.
Oh, come on. Okay. Yeah, a 9.
A 9 on the die?
9 on the die.
Like filings to a lodestone. Your eyes pivot. And this figure in the corner beneath the hood, it's as though the two of you can't see his eyes, but as though the two of you make contact. And more than what you see is what you sense. Something you've never sensed before. There's a sickly, sweet smell that wafts across, almost like a rancid perfume. And you feel the presence of something you have never felt before.
Now, does this feel like the feeling of a wolf to a bear? Or that of a wolf to another wolf from a different climate? And this almost primal instinct as he catches him or catches them and looks at one another and then kind of turns back around.
As you describe it that way, no, it feels more like a wolf that smells the rotting of a carcass. And as it approaches the carcass, it stands up and walks.
Rasmus will, like, in the middle of all this conversation about how absolutely massive Anaho is, Rasmus will look up at Rowan. I found our hunt.
Or what? And she'll kind of like turn to like follow Rasmus's eyes.
He's keeping his eyes with you.
Oh. She's gonna look around then like, what do you mean? Who?
It is the one in the corner with the hood. Best to get them separate from other people.
You see this large one that was laying by the fireplace. He kind of stumbles to his feet, disrupting.
Who wants to have a drink?
He stumbles over, makes eye contact with Rasmus. Broad of shoulder, belching. You can see a bit of vomit on his chest.
I'll bet you anything you like. I can drink you under the table.
Does Val see anything of value on this man?
He looks almost like barbarian clad, bare chested, bare armed, has gauntlets, van braces on his forearms, does have a pouch also that looks like it has coin on his hip, and he appears to make coin by drinking people under the table. That is what he does here as he wanders over clearly 4 sheets to the wind and looks Rasmus dead in the eye.
All right. We got stout, Furiandish brandy.
Really, you should pick on someone more your size, not the Rasmus. And like trying to move my body, you know, Valfino and I aren't too different. Away from Valfino and like give Valfino a wink. You should pick on someone more your size. I'll drink you under the table.
Rasmus will stand up to be face to face with this ogre, half ogre.
He looks like he's maybe half orc.
Half orc. And he'll stand up. Can he see beyond the half orc to the man in the corner?
Well, he can, because the man in the corner has actually stepped away from the table and not really walking, almost gliding across the floor, now stands a few feet to the left, watching. You sense the eyes almost like something crawling across the skin of your neck.
How about this, friend? Let me pull this closer so nothing's lost. How about this, friend? And he's saying this all in a whisper. Eyes directly held contact with the half-orc. I will give you 5 gold. Buy a drink, vomit yourself into a mess, whatever. But first, I want you to go and give the hooded one a big hug from me.
Roll persuasion, diplomacy.
Can I do intimidation?
Oh yeah, you can intimidate. Yes, yeah, that's fine. Go ahead.
Persuasion or so it'd be either diplomacy or
It'd be intimidation or bluff. Intimidation. Yep.
Where's my bluff? Let me see what I have the best in. Yep, nope, intimidation. That is going to be a 23.
As you say this to him, his eyes go wide.
4 gold, you say?
He cuts his eyes over.
Coin first.
And the 4 gold are already in between each of his fingers. Now be a good boy. And he'll drop it into the palm. And just keeping eye contact with the half-orc nods.
Does Val have the opportunity to pickpocket this guy while he's talking to?
Yeah. So Val, you walked up to pickpocket.
Yeah, Val's sitting right there next to all of this happening.
Right.
Val doesn't even have to move out of his seat. He's just right there next to this guy.
Yeah. You just kind of pivot to the side. Go ahead and roll, Val.
15 plus 12.
I mean, yeah. So as he's engaged, Val is just pulling pouches off. You snap this one off. His eyes look over. He takes the 4 coins, makes no notice of what happens behind him, and he turns to grab. As he goes to grab this creature, suddenly it shrieks out. It reverberates through the tavern. And that is where we will stop tonight. So we will see what happens resuming next week as the party. Thank you for all the chats, the bits, the mad chatters. We do have our giveaways tonight. Thank you to the players. Great role play tonight. As always, you guys are awesome. So we will do our giveaways. We have to hurry up because we have folks that have things to get to. But let's go ahead and kick off the Stream MVP. Tell us why you should be Stream MVP, and let's start with you tonight, Anaho.
Let's see. I should be Stream MVP for the interaction with Selenka.
Celine Dion.
So the interaction with her, the description of the tattoo on the back again, the interaction with Rasmus, even knowing that something may happen if he touches that black stuff on his heart, but thinking something to the lines of poison. The then interaction again as I left the room and got a flower, but just that kind of like backstory and ironically, pun intended, turning a new leaf kind of thing. It's just that influence with Rizia, and then seeing this very much different approach to healing and what he's experienced with that. Interaction with Rasmus, missed the fortitude save. I was planning that for a while now. Yeah, that's why I should be Stream MVP.
Well done. And you will be rolling tonight for... Still time. Even once the first roll happens, you still have time. ! Greyhawk in the chat. And the first eligible winner is... No, you can't roll for yourself, Rory. Sorry. Got to roll again. No, sorry.
I wasn't cheering for that. I was cheering for whoever I'm
So we got to roll again. For. Sorry, he's out. So you're going to be rolling for... No, it's not Reg, Larry, because I don't let him have it. GDR FRB 1995. Super active. Been following us since April. So you are in the giveaway, and I think you're still in the chat. Let us know if you are. And then let's go to you, Rowan. Why should the MILF Bandit be Stream MVP? You're muted.
You dingleberry.
Sorry, I'm just laughing at everything. I don't know. Vote for me if you think it was super brave of Rowan to flirt with Rizia while they were all butt naked. I feel like that's warranted for an MVP. No one else was like, "Dang, baby, how you doing?"
That's the fourth time. I get that feel. That's your line. You keep saying, "Hey, baby, how you doing?" I think that's your line, right?
That is.
No, my go-to move is I send them a letter that is like, "Do you like me? Yes, no."
Oh yeah, that worked for me in 4th grade. I love that one.
Yeah, that's me. I flirt like a kindergartner.
All right, you will be rolling for Tracy. Tracy is in the opportunity for the giveaway. Let's go. Why should Valfino be stream MVP? We got to hurry up because I know you guys got to go.
Okay,
Yep.
so Valfino should be stream MVP because one, he comes in and he's like, "Hey, big boy, give me your money," and he takes his stuff.
Yeah, you stole three from 3 people today on this episode, right?
People today.
3, yes.
3 different people. He also had that kind of. Val showed a soft side when he, first of all, while they were still in the pool, he tried to protect Rasmus from this big scary boy. Like, he's like, "I know you're a monster, but this is my guy. I'm gonna protect him."
Yeah.
Not knowing what was gonna happen. And then he's like, "Okay, maybe you can have him back." He kind of didn't really stand up, but stood his ground a little bit with Rowan when she tried to grab onto him. He's like, "I don't need you to tell me what to do. Don't touch me." Also, when he got out of the water, you had this kind of peek into Val of, not everything is external with him. He has some internal battles that he struggles with, some pain that he's dealing with.
Yeah. I love that part.
There's that. He gets out. He stays with Rasmus during this process of maybe healing, maybe conjoining, not really sure what's going on, right? He's happy to see that Rasmus is alive and walks into the tavern. But at the minute that spooky boy disappears, he's like, "No, I can't handle this. I got enough emotional stuff going on." So he gets up and he leaves. When he enters the tavern, he distracts himself by going and getting a glass of milk. Because Val doesn't drink. Val is sober. And goes in and gets a glass of milk, but yet seems to take advantage of all the drunkards and take their monies, their valuables. And you also got to see him be a little protective over his mama when that guy mentioned about drinking from his mama's teat. He was like, "Don't talk about my mama." So, that's why Val deserves to be stream MVP. That's a whole bunch for one stream. You got to see all
No, and it was great. I turned the volume down just a bit. Thank you for letting me know. Bruingal and others have said this was some of Valfino's best role play ever tonight.
Yeah, 1000%.
Yeah, so that's super
Bro,
cool.
you made me feel something when you did.
Yeah, I know, the hand, the yank. No, like Hob, you look like you were gonna cry. You did. You look so sad.
Cry.
You were like, "My online friend has just rejected me."
I knew it. They never liked me.
All right, so you are rolling for Woden Emrys. Woden, congrats. Are you still in the chat? Let us know if you're still in the chat. Frankly, delicious. I lowered the music. Hopefully it should be good now. Let me know, everyone. Last but not least, we're going to go to Rasmus. Before we have you tell us why you should be stream MVP, we do have one question to ask tonight. If you're watching tonight, one of the 70-something folks that are on stream right now, and you've not followed, what? We're trying to get to a follower goal. It's free. Just click the follow. It's so easy. If you're watching and you haven't followed, if you're a follower who has not subbed, why? Twitch Prime, free, sub. Or if you're a sub whose sub is expired and you haven't resubbed, we have one question for you tonight. What are you doing?
What is your address?
Give us a follow, give us a sub, or Valfino shows up at your house and robs you.
Shows you his butt.
Shows you his butt and then robs you.
Yeah.
All right. Why should Rasmus Rasputinus be stream MVP? Rasmutin.
So Rasmus should be stream MVP for one. Me just being okay with not saying anything for the first part of the stream, then John having me actually say stuff during the stream, which is so ridiculous, and having me describe poop, which is dumb. But just the having to make the decision, and also just Rasmus being super concerned, even though I wasn't able to show it as much, but like Rasmus being concerned about possibly losing Rasputin.
Yeah.
Like he was scared about the convergence being that of something where he would lose him and not be able to hear or talk with him or do anything with him anymore. And so that was the only reason he was worried. But once he heard that he could lose Rasputin if he was to die or something else was to continue, then he had to make that choice because he would rather have him in some way than no way at all.
Yeah.
And then also mentioning that Rasputin's the last family he has. And that little bit of an insight into who Rasmus is and what he has on his plate. But yeah, and then being so dead set on this hunt, and also the interaction with Rowan with the calming of her inner beast from his touch, and the weird little like Dark Boys connection. Yeah. Literally just like this.
Thank you, Ford 702.
Like, two-way connection.
Twins.
And just nodding and being like, she's the wolf, he's creepy, whatever, shadow of the wolf.
Now we're friends.
And he's just like, it's time to hunt. And this is the hunt we're doing. And so...
Whoa.
Love it, love it, love it. And you will be rolling for... Jerry, Adam JR79.
Yeah. Jerry's awesome.
Yeah, he is. He's always in the chat, always active. And I will go ahead and roll for Vivi, and we got to hurry up. I'm going to roll for Manda, Mystical Unicorn painting. That's fantastic. All right, so let's go around quickly and let's make the rolls. We'll start with you, Valfino. Go ahead.
1, 2, 3.
Give it kisses.
Kiss, kiss, kiss.
I got a 12.
Okay,
Wow.
that could be good. You rolled 2 dice, right?
Oh, no, 1 die.
Yeah.
Okay.
All of them are subs on that. So
14!
okay, we got a 14. Let's go to you, Rory.
Okay. I can beat a 14 sometimes.
Gets a 1 and a 2.
I got a 15 and an 18.
Oh, we have an 18, and you were rolling for
The
who?
one time I need you to
GB.
roll.
All right, so you got GB. All right, so you have an 18, and let's go to you, Hob.
Shake it, shake it, shake it. And then shake it, shake it, shake it. Yeah, it's because I was talking smack.
What'd you roll?
Sorry, Tracy. That's a double 2.
Oh, golly, that's tough. All right, Josh.
Jerry.
Here we go, Adam JR 79.
3, 2, 1. Number 1. That is a 4. Number 2. That is a 9. I'm sorry.
Okay, it is close. All right, Stream MVP is up in the top right-hand corner. Click that down drop. You can vote for Stream MVP. The winner gets 1,000 experience points. Super helpful to them, and they want that.
Valfino's going to win this.
Definitely.
Now, there's still time. There's still time. Now, next week,
I love you guys.
we have a giveaway. We'll do next Tuesday night. Wait, next Tuesday? Yes? Yeah, next Tuesday. Yeah. So, because then the following Tuesday is Thanksgiving week, and we'll mess it up.
And we're going to still be playing.
I think we will. Then the following Tuesday we won't. So the week after Thanksgiving we'll be off. But the Tuesday before we'll be on. So this is a Pale Lord. Hard to see here.
Yeah.
Hand sculpted. Hand. Wait. Let me go back to this.
What's a Pale Lord?
So
You know, it's
let's show this guy here. So this is a custom blue box monster. This was sculpted, first of all, created by Frederica Draws as our artist from the vision that I had, and then was sculpted by Renan Asuncio and was printed by Mike, and then, Dingbat, and then was painted by Mike Disney. Here is a fully painted Pale Lord, one of the iconic monsters in Greyhawk Awakening, and this will be a giveaway next Tuesday night. So don't miss the stream next Tuesday night. We don't give away many of those. That will be happening tonight. This grand prize is this gorgeous Lightning Source reprint of the original book, and I will go ahead and make my roll for Manda, and I have to beat an 18 that Rory had, and I have
I like Amanda, but I got to win.
a 15 and a... 18. All right, so we have to re-roll.
Oh,
One die.
One die.
Here we go.
Do or die.
Vote for stream MVP, guys.
I have a 13.
I have an
Almost
11.
over. Go vote.
Manda! Congratulations! You have won. Congrats, that's awesome, and we'll get this out to you. This Greyhawk Lightning Source reprint book is so cool, and you guys are getting a peek here. So I have notes, and then with these notes, I also keep track with tick marks of all the roleplay moments from the players. This is how I hand out my XP, and so I want to say thank you to the players. I know we all have lives to get to. We're going to set up our raid. Any final thoughts that any of you have for the Mad Chatters?
Thank you. You're all wonderful.
yeah. Thank you guys so much for watching.
Just so you guys know, this is one of the biggest highlights of my week. I didn't think I was going to get this much into D&D when I first started on the stream, and now this is what I look forward to. One of the most things I look forward to in the entire week. You guys make playing awesome. Thank you for giving me this opportunity, and thank you for hanging out with us every Tuesday. It means a lot.
Oh, gonna make me
Wow.
cry.
Wow, yeah, like
Okay, okay. Enough
I'm
emotion,
verklempt.
that's enough.
I'm verklempt.
Jeez.
Yes.
All I can afford.
Well,
No.
you know, one MVP, and now he's gonna make us cry.
Let's go, Val! 14 votes, won the
Yeah,
MVP.
sweep us
Nicely
away,
done. Anyone else final thoughts before we raid? All right.
Stay in school, I guess.
Yeah.
Make good
Stay in
choices.
school.
Eat your
Don't
vegetables.
be like me.
See you next week.
See you. Eat your vegetables. See you next week. We're reading Dave at Guild Superior. We'll see you tomorrow night for Lore Masters Arcanum. We'll see you on Friday night for FNC,
No.
Friday Night Crusades.
Whoever mooses, no. Sorry.
What did Jeff say? Does that
Can
mean
I
we
say
can
it?
say Becky? No, Becky is not allowed. Not even with the good hair. All right, so we are rating now Guild Superior. 3, 2, 1.
Bye.
guys.
I guess. Bye.
All right. I know we're a little past 8. Thanks for your patience, guys. Sorry it took a